left, right, knock 'em out. Two times, knock 'em out. Knock 'em out with the left, knock 'em out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night. One time left, right, knock 'em out. Two times, knock 'em out. Knock 'em out with the left, knock 'em out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night. One time, knock 'em out. Two times, knock 'em out. Knock 'em out with the left, knock 'em out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night. One time left, right, knock 'em out. Two times, knock 'em out. Knock 'em out with the left, knock 'em out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night. One time left, right, knock 'em out. Two times, knock 'em out. Knock 'em out with the left, knock 'em out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night. times, knock 'em out. Knock 'em out with the left, knock 'em out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night.
It's 1 p.m. here in Sao Paulo, Brazil, and that means it's time for the Brazilian Free Fire League once again. My name's Johnny Cougar, alongside me is Carol Bombshell. Teams from Group A and B will be battling for honours here in round 10 of the Brazilian Free Fire League. FURIA and Fluxo besides out in front, but this could be a good time for SS Esports and Loud to try to close that gap on the leaders. Yesterday, Corinthians finally broke the duck when they took not one, but two booyahs. Incredible stuff from Corinthians. And Flamengo, for them, it was business as usual. Glory, followed by absolutely nothing in the league table. That's Flamengo for you. We're going to see more of them very, very shortly. Former professional Free Fire player, Carol Bombshell, is alongside me. Carol, it was a snoozy Saturday. Are we in for a scintillating Sunday?
Hello, hello everyone. Thanks for joining us this Sunday. Okay, John, that's completely right. Saturday was a little bit different, a little bit unusual for us, but finally we got a double booyah, and it was from a team that we wasn't expected. So Corinthians did the first and the second booyah in the same day. So yeah, it was a kind of weird day, but that's okay. We are right now, we are in the half of the competition, and we are getting used to this craziness of Free Fire Brazilian League. But like you said, quoting you, today we have Loud, we have Fluxo team, and we have all these teams fighting over for the top 3. So today is going to be very interesting, especially because we also got FURIA team playing today. So it's going to be Group B against Group A, and we all know that Group A is it's known to be one of the most aggressive groups in this competition so far. But also we get here Black Dragons, FURIA team, and Vivo Keyd, and these teams are definitely heavy.
That's the schedule then for this afternoon, round 10 of the Brazilian Free Fire League. As Carol said, Group A, amongst the top dogs, whereas the teams from Group B and C, as we saw yesterday, in fact, all of the top or the bottom 8 places occupied by teams from Group B and C. We'll see if that has changed when we look at the table very, very shortly. We've got 6 maps coming up, of course, potentially 6 different booyahs.
That's going to be very interesting or not, because the team managed to do double booyahs on Sunday last weekend, right? Like the previous one as well. But today we got great expectations because it's Group B actually. So let's see if FURIA is going to do something about that, because they are defending the top 1. They are on the fight to be on the top 1. But Fluxo team, I'm pretty much sure they are going to chase the top 1 as well, because last weekend they dominated the day with 3 booyahs, 2 in Kalahari and 1 in Bermuda, which is kind of weird because FURIA team, they most of the time they are the dominant team of Kalahari map, but I don't know how Fluxo team managed to do double booyah in Kalahari map. and with 103 points in total, which is the highest score in FURIA Brazilian League so far in one round, alongside, of course, Esports, which was the champion from last season. They achieved a mark of 46 kills and a double booyah in a Sunday, which is remarkable. So yes, today we got I'm talking about myself. I got great expectations on Fluxo team, FURIA team, and Loud. We should definitely keep an eye on these guys.
All the stats from Carol Bomb show the actions coming up shortly, as well as our videos from this round 10 of the Brazilian Free Fire League. Carol, then you have said just now who you expect to be doing well at the top. What about the bottom of the table?
Oh yeah, talking about Corinthians a little bit, they surprised us yesterday. Are they going to play today? I don't think so. They belong to Group C, right? Yes. Okay, so yes, they surprised us yesterday, but they still were on the bottom, even though with 2 booyahs is not enough to go up. Talking about Red Kalunga as well, they got a booyah yesterday, and I mean, it's kind of weird because 2 weeks in a row they have done booyahs. They got booyahs, but not enough points to go up in the table. But that's okay. Right now they are feeling the spirits. They still got half of the competition ahead of them, so maybe it's time to step it up. But the top one is with more than 300, about to go to 400. So I ask myself now, is that enough time for them to get enough points and to get at least on the top 10 or in the top 12? Yeah, so that's the question. But we are going to talk a lot today about Flamengo, which is one of the worst teams in FURIA Brazilian League Season 4 so far.
So on the subject of Flamengo, then the same old story from Flamengo. We get a booyah, and then suddenly back in the lobby amongst the first 2 teams for just about the rest of the maps. This is the table. We'll talk about Flamengo in just a second. FURIA then at Fluxo leading the charge at the top. It's A and B will be going head-to-head this afternoon. Esports in 5th. Those teams highlighted in the kind of a lighter white, if you can get such a thing, are the teams involved in action here, which could mean by the end of the day we have only teams from A and B in the top 5, even top 6 positions.
Yes, and still talking about the bottom teams, we got Team 1 that yesterday was one of the worst for them, and they are in the bottom of the table. And that's very bad. I mean, they came all the way from the 2nd division of FURIA Brazilian League. We know that's too hard, but metagame proved us wrong, and these guys have done quite a show here in FURIA Brazilian League Season 4. And I mean, Team 1, maybe they have to change some things in their squad. They need
to start winning. That's what they have to start to change.
That's a good tip. Probably that's the best one, actually. But they were doing so well. I don't know what happened yesterday. So today they got one more chance to play. Maybe they will change that a little bit, because Red Kalunga, Flamengo, and Pen Game managed to be on the top of them, and they are on the bottom right now. So that's very bad.
Team 1, the only side without a booyah in this competition, this Brazilian Free Fire League. Can they put that right? Can they do what Corinthians did on Saturday by getting not 1 but 2 booyahs?
Yes, especially because yesterday we started with a video of one of the players from Corinthians, and he was talking about a lot the chemistry, how they are trying to adapt themselves in the game, you know, because it's a whole new squad. Only 1 remained from the oldest squad from the last season, which is Japa. But right now they got all new players, and they are trying to get the chemistry, to get the vibe. But you know, the time's running out.
Time is certainly running out. We're going to see a video about Flamengo shortly. 6 maps coming up here this afternoon, round 10 in the Brazilian Free Fire League. As I said, let's look at the video first.
Foi um processo bem tranquilo, combinado era de ser um split só para fazer um teste, E quando acabou o split, ambos os times perceberam que era melhor se fazer a parceria. A experiência com o novo time tem sido muito produtiva. Cada dia que passa a gente vai se entrosando mais, consertando os erros que acabam ocorrendo no meio das partidas. E eu tenho uma expectativa muito grande para o futuro, que esse time vai crescer cada dia que passa.
Olha o lança no pé! O Pão derruba mais um, ele vem pra cima, tem 2 vivos, o Pato tá na parte de cima, tomou 2 capas, o Fixa sozinho de lança, ele vai recarregando do jeito que pode, o Rush pegou! Fúria da B4!
É só consertar os erros de final de partida, um pouco mais de atenção e foco. E eu acredito também que daqui pra frente a gente vai conseguir melhores resultados com o que a gente tem feito na semana.
And there it is, Flamengo. And yeah, we talk about Flamengo that they are a new team right now, but this one is probably the previous one that play on Free Fire Brazilian League Season 3. And this team was one of the best team in this same time of last year on Free Fire Brazilian League Season 3. They were the best one in the rounds. They were actually the best ones, but right now, as we can see here, we got a couple changes. The most of the players from Flamengo from next season are now playing on B4 team, and they got a new team from the Ashes, a new team that came from different teams from FURIA, Vivo Keyd, and New Gaming. And as we can see here, the difference between and how low low points Flamengo is right now, and they have been the worst team in Free Fire Brazilian League so far. Even though they get Buyas, that doesn't mean you have great results.
A sorry state then for Flamengo, but the video did a trick for Corinthians on Saturday. Will it inspire Flamengo here on this Free Fire Sunday round 10 of the Brazilian Free Fire League? First map shortly, very, very shortly.
Yes, John, something that you just said about the video, maybe that will inspire Flamengo, because I don't know if you remember, but the exactly same day that we watched a video about Red Kalunga, they got a Booyah. And yesterday we watched a video of Corinthians and they got double Booyah. So maybe Flamengo just need a video. They just need to talk about a little bit, and maybe they will turn the table and get a Booyah and more points.
We'll find out very short. The problem with Flamengo, of course, is not getting the Booyahs. It's getting the Booyahs and then getting the points afterwards. That has been the big problem. Carol, what is it? Why? Is it just the curse of the Booyah, or is there something else going wrong with Flamengo?
I mean, the joke about the curse, I mean, it's real. It is real, because it have been happening with all the teams, not only Flamengo. But I don't know what happened with Flamengo. They can't keep the same consistency. They started a very good, and then after, I don't know if the problem is the map, if they have to change the call, you know, the drop call. But I mean, they should definitely go to a plan B. They should watch their previous match and change a little bit about that, and maybe to play a little bit more cautious, because they are the team that always go early to the lob. Besides Vivo Keyd yesterday, they went back to the lob early in a row, but Flamengo, they keep doing that, you know, so maybe they have to be a little bit more cautious. We have seen that Black Dragons are doing that. They are staying out of the safe zone for a long time, and they keep being on the edge. Maybe Flamengo should do this strategy a little bit more to survive a little bit longer until the late stages of the game.
Key then perhaps for Flamengo, but stay alive really as well, because
that's the goal.
That is the goal indeed for Flamengo. Booyahs are great, but as we have seen, it's not really helping their cause so far. But stay in amongst the boys, get the kills. That is the advice from former professional Free Fire player Carol Bombshell. The action's coming up very shortly as we await the first of our 6 maps here this afternoon. Can Flamengo do the business? That is one of the questions. And who will come out on top in this battle between groups A and B. A lot to see, a lot coming up very, very shortly. We're still waiting for clearance for takeoff, and that will come soon. And Carol, our first map will be where?
If I'm not
Hard
mistaken,
question.
maybe it is a map that got the same name of Brazil capital. Maybe it is Purgatory.
Yeah, okay, that could be it. We'll find out very shortly. It was slow, as we said, kind of a sleepy Saturday. What went on as we look at the kill leaders? Why so snoozy on Saturday?
And there it is, God from FURIA team, and there is only 1 point difference between the player from God, but God's not playing today. But Loud is playing today, and if I'm not mistaken, last weekend we got at least 2 players from Loud on the kill leaders. So let's see if Loud can manage to come back in the points and change the table. But I'm pretty much sure we are going to see a lot more from FURIA team and Fluxo team. That also 2 players from Fluxo team last weekend on Sunday. They were the MVP of the day. There was Sayas and No Brew, and both of them got 12 kills. So let's see if we're going to see more Fluxo team or Loud today. And no mystery. Our first map is Purgatory, followed by Kalahari, Bermuda, and all over again.
No secrets here this afternoon then. So much for the mystery, which was the original plan. That's gone out the window. We have a fixed map once again back on the Brazilian Free Fire League. The first game is coming up very, very shortly. Maybe slight technical problems in the cabin and the lobbies for the takeoff area, but we'll be heading off to Purgatory before too long. Carol, as I was saying, snoozy Saturday. Why was that?
Well, that's a big question. Maybe it's because usually on Saturdays we got booyahs in a row, and last Saturday that didn't happen, so the Saturday maybe is cursed as well. So on Saturday we are going to be a crazy day, but I hope not. I hope everything remains the same, but some craziness are good sometimes, you know. But great hopes for today, and maybe that's taking too long, John, because the passengers, the players are boarding.
Let's hope so. Boarding is always a very good sign. So we talked about FURIA, Fluxo, Flamengo, of course. Who else could be in the mix here this afternoon?
Santos is not playing today, but yesterday they played very beautifully. They got a booyah as well. But yeah, we should definitely keep an eye on Fluxo team, on Loud. And let me think, maybe
SSE Sports?
SS Sports, because also SS Sports, they are on the run for the top 1, John, definitely. And they were very tight, most of the time they were very tight with a FURIA team. So today it's going to be even more exciting to watch. FURIA team, SS Sports, and Loud. So let's see these guys. Yeah, I'm very excited because we are now clear to take off. So come with us, get your popcorn, some ice cream, and join the party.
Too late for that, I fear, because we're about to fly off to our first map, Purgatory. We have been cleared, so any moment now, and here we go. Finally off in the air, slightly behind schedule, but I'm sure we can increase the speed, increasing airspeed, and there you have it, our first map, the overview. Beautiful blue skies. It never rains, I've noticed, actually. In any of the maps, the weather's always perfect for killing.
It's because God is in the competition and he's controlled the temperature, so that's good, maybe. Okay, so yeah, last Sunday, the first booyah was from INTZ. Is that right?
Shall check my notes very, very quickly. Let's have a look. Yes, INTZ in Purgatory, followed by Fluxo, then Santos, then Meta, then Fluxo with a double header. So three booyahs for Fluxo.
So yeah, I mean, INTZ is not the best so far. They are on the top 13. But yeah, they have been doing also a very aggressive game. They don't fear to go and get, you know, in a fight. So we should also watch a little bit of that game if they can change the table and get more points. But yeah, let's see if how long time it will take to these guys get the first kill. I hope don't take long.
And also, Flamengo tend to do well in this map before heading back to the lobby in the rest of the games.
And there it is, a range fire between Vivo Keyd and Esports. That's actually a battle that we are kind of used to, because we keep watching the Vivo Keyd trying to, you know, do a little bit of a sneak peek on the favorite drop of Esports, but I don't think that will take too long. And everything remains calm. But also, Cruzeiro was the only team that was not in the top 3 in points or position in all matches played last weekend. Last weekend we saw in a row that Cruzeiro always got damage. The players always got damage in the early stages, and they couldn't make it until the end. So let's see if that's going to change to Cruzeiro today, because we only got in Brasilia drop Cruzeiro and Fluxo team.
A nice bit of early gunfire then, and our first map of the afternoon.
Everything safe and sound. There it is, Chapa BKR, Fluxo team that were one of the best teams of the last weekend. They got the MVP of Sunday from 2 players from Fluxo team. That's excellent. And I'm pretty much sure the players, the teams that are on the run from the top 1, they're actually they are going to chase Fluxo team today, so they should watch out.
Four minutes on the board then. Our first map of the afternoon, as we take a look at Fluxo on the move. Had a little bit of gunfire in the distance, always a promising sign, but no real action so far. Had a record, what was it, 8-10 minutes on Saturday.
It took 10 minutes.
So quiet.
But it's like you said, John. They wait so much time that when they say it's and there is the first kill.
And thought maybe not the first kill, but the first bit of action. Flamengo coming under some fire and responding. Poor old Flamengo getting involved in a firefight early on. Not always a good sign for Flamengo. So everybody intact. According Chins lurking. Vivo Keyd and Cruzeiro right in the bottom right-hand corner.
But like I was saying, they took so much time to do something about that. And when the safe zone is so small, so little, and they can, you know, easily face off all the teams, that gets so many things going on that we can't keep the track. We can't, you know, and I mean, this is not about us, but about them, because it is more easy to get early kills. I mean, not that easy. It is also dangerous, because you can easily going back to the lobby if you don't, you know, do something. But also, it makes a lot harder in the late stages of the game, because there's so much going on, and if you don't have enough ice cover, if you don't have a good cover, you'll probably end up being dead and back to the lobby.
Just hanging around too long, just throws all those teams together. It becomes a game of chance, which is perhaps why we see teams like Flamengo picking up booyahs early on. because little or no action. They all get squashed in together. Anybody's game when that happens, and the better teams just run into trouble. Six and a half minutes on the clock, and counting in our first map of round 10. Just past the halfway point then of this Brazilian Free Fire League. And at some point in this league, the teams at the top might start looking for each other, trying to take them out of the picture.
They are being very cautious right now because they know every single thing counts, every single point, every single points by positions, points by kills. But talking about kills again, actually our very first kill on Purgatory took 7 minutes in the first round from last weekend, and it's already been 7 minutes and nothing happened. A little bit of action between Cruzeiro and Flamengo, but still not very exciting.
And also as well, Carol, it's there are 18 teams, 12 go through to the next phase, so you've got to be pretty poor not to make the top 12. So there are things that can be done. There can be extra points for an early kill. 12 teams is a lot to go through when you've played a lot of games in the table format, in the points format. For 12 to go through to the playoffs, that's a lot of sides. That could be hacked down, which means you've got to really be more aggressive to finish in, say, a top 8 or something like that.
Yes, definitely, John. And I start today saying that we should keep an eye, we should watch the teams that are on the top, but I will change that and say that we should definitely watch the teams that are on the bottom that are playing today, Team 1 and Corinthians, because we are in the half of the competition and they have to do something about that if they actually wanted to play next season of Series A, because the only teams that are going to play the Serie A is the ones that are in the top 12. And the first kills that took a long time on Purgatory map goes to Vasily from INTZ, Ousado Corinthians, Jubinha Black Dragons, and BL7 from FURIA.
Almost 40 minutes. That is a lifetime in Free Fire language, of Free Fire world. 8 minutes as well. Also a very, very long time. Something has to be done. And just look at the map. Nobody moving. This needs to be tinkered with. They
are so close and at the same time so far away. I don't know how to explain that, but if some of them try to do a different rotation, a different move, we probably are going to see some battle going on, but they are too scared because they don't want it to be the first one going to the lobby, because if you are the first one going to the lobby, that means 0 points.
But as we keep saying, if you hang around for too long, it just becomes one big mess, and it could be anybody's game. And it goes down to fortune, which perhaps might suit a lot of the sides.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they want, just a bit of luck to go their way.
And once more, we're going to see fights in Brasilia. A little bit of Brasilia, a little bit of campsite. So this is going to be a crowd neighborhood. And John, if you see Black Dragons in the map, they are still using the same strategy, playing inside of the unsafe zone, because the first gas don't take a lot of damage. So yeah, that's okay. But they are being very cautious. They are trying to use that strategy where you just go for the action in the late stages of the game. I don't know if that's, a good strategy, but it's been working for them so far, and probably they are going to face off some teams. They already spotted INTZ, probably.
They got across the river, no problems. Back Dragons. And 10.5 minutes. 12 teams, 48 players. And finally a bit of action here. Are we going to get that first kill on the board? Team 1, one of the strugglers, under some fire. INTZ on the move. Yeah, V. Looking at him. All boys, remember, playing this Free Fire Brazilian League. You can hear the sound of vehicles in the background. And now I think we're going to get some head-on collisions here because there's a number of teams all congested. This is what we've been talking about when people hang around for so long that they kind of run into each other, usually by mistake. And this is what's happened here. Vivo Keyd trying to lay down some firepower. Out come the grenades very, very early on to try to cause some damage. Now INTZ in a bit of a sandwich here. They've got Team 1 one side and Vivo Keyd move in for the kill. Still nothing on the board so far. That has changed though very quickly. And first blood with 11 minutes and INTZ have gone out.
That was definitely a beautiful squad wipe over INTZ by Vivo Keyd, but Team 1 is coming to join the party.
INTZ then got sandwiched really. They got concerned because Team 1 were the other side, but Vivo Keyd aggressive. They lost a player, Team 1 with 1 kill on the board. They're intact at the moment, so maybe a test here for Vivo Keyd, who swarmed forward to very, very good effect. But may pay the price. This could be good for Team 1 if they can see off Vivo Keyd. And Black Dragons lurking,
just
waiting and watching. They'll be swarming down.
I'm pretty much sure they're going to, you know, do something about that too. Maybe they are trying to disturb the battle between Team 1 and Vivo Keyd. But everything remains the same.
And Black Dragons, surprisingly, with Vivo Team 1 deciding to retreat for some strange reason. It was 4 against 3, and Black Dragons were looking on. Maybe didn't get any real firepower when they could have done it. So a flurry of action. We've got our first team in the lobby, and we've lost. Well, we haven't lost. That 5 players have gone. 4 of them from INTZ. Allowed from above. 1 kill on the board for them so far. And, you can see players kind of guessing where opponents might be and waiting for them to move.
2 kills for Loud, and I'm pretty much sure it's over Fluxo team. So, yeah, maybe not a good start for Fluxo team.
I'm waiting to see the little chart. Haven't seen it so far, which pops up on the right-hand side. And Loud moving in on. Likewise, Cruzeiro from Flamengo still around, and Cruzeiro and Fluxo. Fluxo being chased down here by Cruzeiro. Could be the end of Fluxo. Will they be the second side to go out? Fluxo, one of the teams we talked about earlier on today, and getting some hammer from Cruzeiro. Oh, that's it was moving forward, and Cruzeiro have gone. Cruzeiro go out.
No way. 2 against 4. Wow, that was a great squad wipe.
Now the action's starting to pick up here. Loud getting some firepower. INTZ and Cruzeiro have gone out. As Loud.
Yeah, Loud Sam team Fluxo team back to the lobby.
Kawan 7. 3 kills to his name. Team 1 now getting some fire, and before they've gone, haven't even seen them in this map so far. They have crashed out as well. Outsiders, perhaps, this afternoon. And there you go, little chart as the teams go out. Vivo Keyd's gone, Fluxo's gone, before have gone, INTZ, Cruzeiro, SS Esports, and haven't even seen them. They're down to 1 player. They've gone out as well. Disaster for SS Esports. And now the action's coming. Team 1 goes. Team 1 will get some points on the board. We're down to 5 sides now already. It's been very, very slow. Very snoozy, but we're down to 5 with 20 players.
Team 1 that haven't done any booyahs in the competition so far. They remain very bad in the bottom of the table. So, yep. They should definitely do something about that. Maybe, like you said, maybe get some booyahs. That's what they should do. Change their strategy. It's always a good choice.
Could be a morale booster. Corinthians are still in the mix. Corinthians then with that double booyah on Saturday. FURIA perhaps the opponents. FURIA just the 1 kill on the board for them so far.
FURIA is in a little bit of a sandwich of Corinthians and Black Dragons.
And out come the cars, and to ramming effect. And FURIA a little bit on the back foot here. 5 teams, 19 players, so those intact sides now are starting to be wheedled down. And a double kill, Corinthians, a new kill leader, and Black Dragons down to 2. Loud, Flamengo, Corinthians, FURIA still in this one so far, but it's down to 16 players. The body bag count rising here very quickly. Jubinia on the move. Black Dragons have gone. Your favourites crash out yet again. We're down to 4 sides.
The 5th position with 4 kills. Good. Not enough.
12 players, 4 teams. Corinthians, will it be another booyah for them too on Saturday? Can they make it a hat-trick over the weekend, laying down the firepower on FURIA? FURIA down to 1 is what we can see. Now Flamengo making a move. Flamengo, don't get a booyah, Flamengo. That's my advice, because we know what's going to happen if that happens. And FURIA have gone out as well, so the favourites crashing out early on. 3 sides, 11 players. Who's going to take the first booyah of the Sunday?
Loud and Flamengo got the full squad.
Corinthians in the background. There with Flamengo. Flamengo, 4 kills on the board for them, down to 3 sides here. Who is going to take it? And Flamengo, we're focusing on them. And Corinthians have gone out.
Wow.
So down to Flamengo and Loud. Flamengo with 6 kills on the board, 4 players. So these 2 teams intact. And Flamengo right at the top of the map, deciding that they will try to move in on Fluxo. Fluxo, though, has got the cover. They've got the buildings. And Lee is the focus. And Flamengo taking some fire here from Loud. Loud now storming up the top of the hill. And booyah! Loud seeing off Flamengo right at the end of our first map in Purgatory. Loud bouncing back very, very strongly as they were taking fire from the hilltop from Flamengo.
Definitely, that's the word, John. They are very strong. They started the day very good. They got the full squad, but even though Flamengo played very well, so all the highlights go to Flamengo as well, even though they didn't get the booyah, which is kind of good for them.
Maybe, great for Flamengo.
Maybe bad for Loud. They will be cursed the next round. We shall see very shortly. But yeah, that was great. A great start for Loud. They are also on the run. They are chasing the top 1. So starting the day with a booyah gets you a lot of confidence, but you should be careful about the curse.
Careful for the curse. So Flamengo then avoiding the curse of the booyah and Loud. Finally the action got going. Snoozy Saturday is now Snoozy Sunday, I'm afraid. It's so slow, but the way the points have been organised, those rule changes, we saw an early effect in the early rounds, and then teams have gone back into their shells looking for survival. So that's the way things are shaping up. Allow then get the first booyah of the day. Flamengo come in second. We'll look at the points in a minute. Loud, who are pretty much in mid-table, but it's a chance for them this afternoon to close the gap on the leaders.
Yes, definitely. So there it is, the first one, the first booyah of today is Loud with 20 points. That's very good, not that bad, not that good, but yeah, it's enough so for the first round. So they should definitely keep the same consistency. I don't think, you know, it's always necessary to get booyah. It's the goal, you know, to be the last one to survive, but we haven't seen that. Even though you don't get the booyah, you get points kind of similar of the booyahs. So yeah, great start also for Flamengo. Yeah, with 15 kills, they played very nice, a good game for Flamengo, and surprisingly Corinthians in the top 3 with also 1 points, and Black Dragons. Yesterday we saw a lot more of Black Dragons, but they are not on the top 12, so they should watch out for that. And maybe this new strategy of them, it's working so far, keeping them on the top 5.
On Corinthians with a bit of a comeback this weekend. Decent points total so far, 15 on the board today and 2 booyahs on Saturday. Some of the big names then, such as Fluxo, SS Esports, not a great start for them, even worse for Cruzeiro. And INTZ, who became the first 2 teams to head back into the lobby as Loud took the first booyah of the afternoon in Purgatory.
Yes, that's right, John. And well, Fluxo team didn't have a great start today, but we should still wait great things from these guys. But I would say that Vivo Keyd yesterday, they were not the best one. Probably in 2 rounds they went back to the lob with 0 points. So today they got one more chance to get more points, enough points to be in a good position in the table.
First map has gone. The first be given to Loud. Flamengo in second. We're going to look at the table very, very shortly, see how it affects things at the top and the bottom. Maybe nothing at the top of the table so early on round 10 on this Sunday here in Brazil. But Flamengo and Corinthians maybe, just maybe, will start to pick up points to move away from that dreaded relegation zone.
And I changed what I said in the beginning of today, that we should keep an eye on the top ones, but we should definitely keep an eye on Flamengo, Corinthians, Team 1, because those are the teams on the bottom. And they are fighting over to go up, and that's working a little bit for Flamengo and Team 1. Team 1 was in the were the last one in the table, and with a couple of points they are managed to go a little bit up. But look at Loud. We started the day in the 5th position, and they already went up a little bit more to the 4th position, and I'm pretty much sure we can wait great things from Loud. They probably will pass over today Santos, but let's see if they can manage to be in the maybe the 1st or the 2nd place.
Battle at the top, of course. FURIA, Fluxo leading the way and Loud closing the gap. As you said, should overtake Santos. We'll get our first break of the afternoon.
Hey guys, what's up? My name is Tauna and I'm here to show you that Free Fire is on fire. We have no time to waste and I'm really hyped to tell you, squad, that we are together on this. It's really dope and the Brazilian crew rocks. Free Fire is my family and I invite you to participate with us on Twitter using the hashtag LBFF. Come and be part of our family. See you guys later.
grenade launcher. I love that.
Can it be used though as Vivo Keyd now certainly on 5 kills and good headshots, triple kills coming up. Vivo Keyd looking aggressive, looking dead certs here, but down to 3, 4 kills in a row. Good stuff from Vivo Keyd, who've been business here, pushing in on before, who are looking exposed, and that's a very, very good shot from on high.
Oh, wow.
Dead dots. Pushing forward.
He's definitely one of the best players from the Vivo Keyd team. But look who's come to join the party, INTZ.
Loud, lurking in the background. Vivo Keyd, as Team 1 have gone out. Welcome back to our coverage of the Brazilian Free Fire League. Map 1 has come and gone, and Loud have taken the honours, closely followed by Flamengo. More action coming up from Brazilian Free Fire League round 10. Very, very shortly we'll be heading off to Kalahari. So, Carol, what's going to happen in Kalahari?
Kalahari, the hottest map in Free Fire Brazilian League. And for those who don't know yet, Black Dragons is always the first team to get the first kill in Kalahari. So they are the leaders of first kill in Kalahari. And they are playing today. Let's see if it's going to happen as well. And I'm thinking about this because of the dispute over the drop Cruzeiro, between Cruzeiro and Black Dragons, and they keep, at least killing one of the players from Cruzeiro, and Cruzeiro is having a hard time, like we talked about before, that Cruzeiro is having a really hard time to keeping all the full squad alive. They always get a little bit of damage in their squad with the players going to the lobby, but yeah, let's watch out for that fight in Kalahari right now.
Cruzeiro alongside INTZ, the first 2 teams to crash out to the lobby in Purgatory, as Loud took the honours, closely followed by Flamengo. Kalahari, different scenario altogether, of course. And as you said, Black Dragons normally getting the first kill, although Black Dragons of late have not been that fantastic. It's normally kind of mid-table mediocrity for the Black Dragons. Can they impress us in Kalahari?
Yes, that's the big question, because their first Booyah, even though they got the first kills in Kalahari, their first Booyah was not in Kalahari. So let's see if they can manage, which is very weird for Black Dragons. I'm pretty much sure these guys are feeling a lot of pressure right now, because last season they were the team with more Booyahs. They were about like 14 Booyahs with SS Sports, but we shall find out very shortly, because we are cleared to take off to Kalahari.
Great news, we're off to Kalahari in just a second for the second map from round 10 of the Brazilian Free Fire League. Fasten your seatbelts, get strapped in properly, because the action, we hope, will be coming thick and fast.
Buckle up.
And we hope very, very shortly as well. Blue skies again over Kalahari, kind of desert-y place, as the name might suggest. A few mountains as well.
Yeah, got a little bit more of clouds.
A little bit overcast. But which teams will it be doom and gloom for, and who will take the honours in a bright future? FURIA and Fluxo.
Yeah.
Besides in front, Loud closing in alongside Esports. Esports disappointing for them. Carol.
Yeah, very disappointing. But look at the difference between the first and the second place. More than 30 points. So it's going to be hard to reach FURIA right now if they keep on doing, if they get a Booyah today, it's going to be amazing for them. Amazing. They will have a lot of points difference in front of them. But yes, sadly for SS Sports, that can't keep the top for too long, because these guys right here, they are also ready for the game. But if you guys notice, we got a very slight difference in the top 3. We got a team from Group B, a team from Group A as well. So yeah, let's watch this round right now in Kalahari and find out who's going to be the second one to get a Booyah. Because on Loud team got the first Booyah of today match, And they already have replaced one of their players. So Vinix, it's out and Will is on.
Well, as we said, Carol, 12 sides go through to the next stage. FURIA top dogs at the moment. What is the advantage of finishing in the first place?
Oh, of course.
Apart from the honor, of course.
Yes, and you're getting close to get the trophy, of course. But I mean, like in FURIA case, they got a big difference in the points ahead of them, and also they are playing today, so they will get even more points. So the advantage to finish the day in the very first place, it's because you are pretty much sure you're going to remain in the top 3 or the top 5, and you get even more a chance to stay close to the first place.
New kill leader.
We've had our first kill. So early action, always nice to see, of course. Still 12 teams out there in this Kalahari map, and slightly overcast if we're going to look at the weather conditions.
And one of the players from Black Dragons, it's already in the lobby. So they were not the first one to get the first kill, but also the first one to go back to the lobby. So right now, only 3 players from Black Dragons remain alive in the competition.
I wonder if that was Cruzeiro who had a go at their arch enemies. Those two have been gunning for each other throughout this tournament. Similar kind of drop zone favourites. So an early kill here in Kalahari. And Flamengo have taken
Yeah, I bet to say
FURIA here.
it is the fastest first kill in Kalahari. With only 2 minutes, yeah. Shame there. Ooh, and there it is, Team 1 doing something over B4.
Team 1, as we've said, the only side without a FURIA in the competition. Surely one day they'll have the honour. As Corinthians took 2 FURIAs for the first time on Saturday. The firefights now starting to come here early on in this Kalahari map. Nobody wants to go back to the lobby. It was INTZ and Cruzeiro in the first bout of action. And Bruno Secchi, Bruno 7 on the move. Aussie now we're trying to lay down some fire support. Headshots are coming here very, very quickly. And these two teams are going at it. Team 1 with 2 kills on the board.
Wow.
And moving forward with some real purpose. Make that 4 kills, and B4 become the first side to crash out in this Kalahari map, and that's come very, very early on as SS Esports and Black Dragons are about to lock horns here. SS Esports poor in the first map, wanting to impress here and moving forward, but only 2 kills. 4 kills now. Black Dragons have gone out. SS Esports purposeful and very deadly.
And INTZ, it's doing some range fires over SS Sports. They spotted the fight, but look, right behind of INTZ there is Loud Team. So let's see what's going to happen. They don't miss a time. They always, get the opportunity to do something. But look at SS Sports. Each player got 1 kill. So yeah, that's a great balance.
Team 1 down to 3. INTZ still in there, down to 3 as well. The rest of the sides all intact, but Black Dragons and before have gone out early on.
The first match in Purgatory was a good start for Black Dragons because they were in the top 4. but yeah, you know, they couldn't keep the same consistency. I always say that the rotation in Kalahari it's always more dangerous than in Bermuda or Purgatory because the cities are very close. You can easily find a squad in any side of Kalahari. So you should be definitely really careful when you rotate in this map.
Well, as we said, top 12 going to the finals. And there are points allocated to the sides who finish at the top 12 points. And automatically to the team who finishes in the top slot. But not far behind, second and third and fourth and 9, 8, 7 points respectively. So not a massive gap. Even if you finish well ahead of everybody else, you're going to get 12 points automatically allocated to your team in the finals. But Carol, it's great to finish,
Yeah.
of course, but it's not a huge difference.
Yes, you got a point, John. Yeah, you're definitely right. But I mean, if you don't get the money, if you don't get the trophy, you always get another opportunity to play in the next season and, you know, fight over for the same thing. So, yeah, nothing very excited.
And Vivo Keyd eyeing up FURIA. And then deciding maybe to back off and wait. FURIA on the move, though.
That's definitely going to be a interesting battle to watch. Vivo Keyd is the strong team and so FURIA.
Vivo Keyd digging in, but coming under some real firepower. And FURIA looking a little bit wary here. They've got bodies moving forward, but the open firefight now is probably not what they wanted. FURIA going head-to-head with Vivo Keyd. One of these two sides will be heading back to the lobby before long, and a nice headshot, and FURIA knockout Vivo Keyd. They send them back to the lobby. FURIA furious in Kalahari.
Fast and furious, that's the spirit. FURIA team always get the best results in Kalahari, and that haven't changed so far.
Flamengo in action. Flamengo, quick couple of kills for them as well.
Over Fluxo team.
Nicely done, but Fluxo team are not going down without a fight here. And this could be a bit dodgy here for Flamengo. Flamengo trying to press forward, and Fluxo go out. Flamengo taking out Fluxo.
What's going on today, John? Fluxo team that finished. Oh, and there it is. Loud and Team 1.
Well, this is more like it from the Brazilian Free Fire League. This is what we want to see. Action early on. Big size being knocked out by the so-called minnows such as Flamengo. Flamengo may be finding a bit of form. You never know. Team 1 have gone. Team 1 are not finding form. Team 1 still Team 0. The chance of the boo has gone as Flamengo and Corinthians now lock horns. Who's going to come out on top in this firefight? Corinthians with the body moving up the ramp now, trying to join the killing action, but Flamengo digging in. 4 kills on the ball firm. These two sides going out head to head, and Corinthians! Corinthians go! Flamengo on a roll here, big time.
Are you serious? Flamengo already got 8 points by killing. These guys are crazy today. The things have changed so much. Fluxo team finished in the very first place last weekend, but right now Flamengo took them down. Got a squad wipe over Fluxo team and also Corinthians. Wow, great start for Flamengo.
It's the video, isn't it? Obviously the key to success in the Brazilian Free Fire League. Do a video and glory will follow.
Yes, that's right, John.
Maybe an omen for the big match between Flamengo and Internacional. Who knows? Flamengo, biggest or best aborted team in Brazil. Followed by Corinthians, and Flamengo just knocked out Corinthians. Now Flamengo on a bit of a roll. Looking confident. Probably wanting to avoid the booyah, but finishing second's not bad. This is what they did against Loud in Purgatory.
I tell you what, if Flamengo can get a booyah in Kalahari right now, that's going to be one for the glories. Especially because they were in the relegation zone, and right now they are doing everything to go up in the points in the table. So yes, excellent start for Flamengo today, and they are the team. They are trying to dominate the safe right now. They are in the middle of the safe. So yep, wow, Flamengo. But we still got Loud They got the first booyah of today's match. So yes, let's see. But they are about to face off INTZ. And surprisingly, Cruzeiro is still alive.
Great news for Cruzeiro. INTZ and Cruzeiro were the first two sides to go out. We're down to 6 teams. Amazingly down to 6 teams already in this Kalahari map. And it's 12 minutes on the board. And normally by 12 minutes in some of the other maps, we've not even had our first kill. We're down to 6 sides here already because they're very aggressive on this map. And one of the most aggressive and successful so far is this Flamengo side. Can they keep it up? My advice is avoid the booyah. Because we know what happens to Flamengo when that honour is bestowed on them. So finish second or third, get in the kills, good stuff for them. They will slowly climb away from the wrong end of the table. They've got a big gap down there. They'll climb maybe a space or two, and then there's a huge gap separating the teams above Flamengo in mid-table, but keep it going. INTZ, who went out first in Purgatory, they're still involved as well, so this is going to be better. FURIA maybe about to lock horns with SS Esports, who failed miserably in the first map.
Yes, John. Yeah, you're totally right. But
well, occasionally.
no, you got a point. That's definitely right. But look at SS. They have started the day very strong today, and they are on a fight with FURIA team. So, yeah, not a good start for them.
FURIA top dogs, 5 kills on the board. 21 players still out there. And FURIA trying to come back, but FURIA now losing players. SS Esports have moved forward as well. They're down to 3. And these two going head to head. Bill God, 7 moves forward.
Wow.
SS Esports have gone out early again. FURIA, they've took some damage. They've taken some damage. And Flamengo from on high now, firing down on INTZ. 9 kills on the board. Nando X raining down hell on Loud. Slightly exposed and trying to get back into the building on the far side. Nando again, there's a bit static, needs to stick the shot down and move and rotate. And INTZ succumb to the firepower of Flamengo. Loud now taking a bit of a beating as well. Flamengo on a real roll here. Flamengo looking very, very strong indeed. Looking unbeatable at the moment. And Loud on the move, but exposed, and Loud are in a bit of trouble here. A nice headshot and a double kill for Flamengo. Flamengo looking very, very strong. 11 kills on the board for them.
Are you serious, Flamengo? What these guys are doing today, it's... wow, definitely.
Just avoid the booyah, Flamengo.
That's the tip.
4 sides in it, 12 players, and Flamengo are beside to watch, but FURIA and Loud with just 1, I think, and Loud could be causing problems if Flamengo haven't spotted them. We've seen Cruzeiro now, still in this one, but only 1 kill on the board for them so far.
Yep. One single player can do a lot. But FURIA team is still also alive, so yeah, this is going to be a very interesting battle, final battle to watch.
Cruzeiro won't be amongst the points as Loud have gone. They were down to 1 anyway, so 3 sides in it. Cruzeiro at full strength, just the 1 kill though. Flamengo been aggressive, and FURIA not in the best place. Flamengo in a very good spot on the top. Maybe they'll just watch and wait, try to pick off 1 or 2 players without risking themselves, and that is a good policy for Flamengo because they've got 2 sides down there, and this is great stuff for them, just picking off players. And Flamengo, surprisingly, trying a flanking operation. I would have stayed at the top personally, but Flamengo going for glory. Rush of blood to the head perhaps. We're down to 3 sides now. Killing sprees on Flamengo, looking aggressive, and Flamengo lying down the firepower strongly here. 3 teams at 7 players. Who's going to take this one? Flamengo have lost a player, getting the headshots though. TK shy, Cruzeiro have gone down to 2. Flamengo, will it be them? Can they avoid a booyah? Surely they're not going to get it this time. And Flamengo move forward. FURIA have gone, and booyah for Flamengo.
Wow, 14 kills and a booyah, John. Oh wow, oh my god.
Well, we warned them, don't get the booyah, whatever you do, they've got it. could be the kiss of death, could be the curse for Flamengo, but what an impressive drive from them. They are going to pick up the points big time. Maybe 26 points, maybe even more for Flamengo, who burst forward. Maybe, in fact, 32 points. We'll confirm that in a second. But Flamengo, aggressive stuff from them. They are picking up the points here. They came second in the first map of the day. They've got the booyah, which might not be great news for Flamengo. Can't tell them that we didn't say don't get a booyah, whatever you do. But they've ignored us.
Yes.
And they've got it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great start for them getting the second place in the first match of today's games. But yeah, you all know when you get the booyah, you also get the curse. So John have said, so yeah, Flamengo, now you guys should watch out. But still, I'm very excited to see how many points they got, because
32, I guess. That's my guess.
yeah, I mean, with the points by booyah, and they got in the finals 16 points by killing. So
28, in fact. My mathematics, always been rusty at mathematics. Maths.
yeah, that was massive for Cruzeiro. I think this is the 5th booyah of them in this competition, and the second one in Kalahari. So yes, they are right now know a little bit more the place, the grounds of Kalahari map, and that's good. But even though they got the first booyah, FURIA team got the second place with only 8 points behind them. Yeah, so that's I mean, it's still 8 points makes a lot of difference, but they have proven us that you don't always have to get the booyah to get good points. So yeah, great start for Flamengo that got the first booyah of today's match for them. And also Loud team in the top 3 with 10 points, so that's going to help them also to get the second place. Let's see, they are in the top 3 already, so let's watch Loud.
FURIA top dogs and 20 points in the bag, still not a bad points total for them. Looking for where Fluxo could have been, but aren't, and Flamengo 28 points is very good. They will climb at the very least one place up the table. Then they've got that big gap, as I said, between them and the other sides in the wrong half of the table. But this is great stuff from Flamengo so far this afternoon. Can they avoid the curse? That is the big question. Team 1 with 7 as well. That will help them.
Definitely a good start, and the MVP of this match is no one more, no one less than Porcão, Big Pig from Flamengo, with 7 kills. So I don't know if you guys know, but Porcão, it's also he's the sibling of he's the brother of Peusada from Team Liquid, so we got a little bit of family here in Free Fire Brazilian League, because Free Fire Brazilian League is also a big family. But yeah, and there it is, Black Dragons and B4 in the bottom positions with only 1 point. And also Vivo Keyd, oh well, not yesterday, maybe not today, so yeah. Anyways, congratulations to Flamengo.
Fluxo with just 2 points, so FURIA's lead at the top will not be damaged. FURIA will be streaking away so far in this round 10 Sunday of the Brazilian Free Fire League. We'll check out the table in a second. It's going to be interesting to see where Flamengo are in that table as well. They were certainly climbing up. Corinthians likewise beginning to pick points up as well at the wrong end of the table, and even Team 1 with a couple of points in the bag.
Yes, definitely. But I'm also very excited to see this table right now, because Flamengo, they managed to, from yesterday, they managed to leave the relegation zone, and they were in the 15th position. They still remain there, but still very good for them. And look at Loud. Loud is getting closer and closer of the second place. They are only a couple points behind, but also as Esports start to wake up a little bit. So this is going to be a very interesting battle to watch between Esports and Loud. Most because I don't know if these guys can reach today FURIA team, because FURIA team is already with 400 points. So yeah.
Fluxo the closest, but a very, very long way behind. Again, SS Esports, not great for them. After that first weekend when they won 3 Booyahs in a row, Vivo Keyd into 7th place. Let's look at the wrong end then. Flamengo closing that gap on the sides above them. Who knows? The way Flamengo are going right now, maybe a place in the top 12 is not beyond them.
They are 200 points behind the first place, but still they got...
Forget the first place. Let's get into the top 12.
They got the half of the competition, you know, to do something about and go to the top 12 for sure.
Again, the video, great stuff, isn't it? Get a team video and you are guaranteed points in the Brazilian Free Fire League.
I think...
Hey guys, what's up? My name is Tauna and I'm here to show you that Free Fire is on fire. We have no time to waste and I'm really hyped to tell you, squad, that we are together on this. It's really dope and the Brazilian Free rocks. Free Fire is my family and I invite you to participate with us on Twitter using the hashtag LBFF. Come and be part of our family. See you guys later.
One time left, right, knock 'em out. Two times, knock 'em out. Knock 'em out with the left, knock 'em out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night. One time, knock 'em out. Two times, knock 'em out. Knock 'em out with the left, knock 'em out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night. One time left, right, knock 'em out. Two times, knock 'em out. Knock 'em out with the left, knock 'em out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night. One time left, right, knock 'em out. Two times, knock 'em out. Knock 'em out with the left, knock 'em out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night.
FURIA in a good position, but Loud have been very strong. They've got this little kind of method. They're deciding maybe they want to move forward. Not always the best thing against FURIA. Who is going to take this one? Triple kill on the ball. FURIA then getting in the body bags. Loud on the back foot here. And FURIA go and booyah! Loud! Very strong at the end to take out FURIA. FURIA again for the second time in a row. Welcome back to our coverage of the Brazilian Free Fire League. 2 maps down, 4 to come, but exciting stuff, especially from Flamengo, who are having a bit of a field day so far in the competition.
Definitely. Today, Flamengo start very good. A second position in the first map. The first Booyah today in Kalahari. I mean, second Booyah for them in Kalahari. So yeah, 5 Booyahs in Free Fire Brazilian League Season 4 for them. So let's see if they are going to manage to do something now in the 31, because we are clear to take off. So buckle up and let's go.
Can Flamengo avoid the curse in Bermuda? That is the question. That is the big question. And who will take the Booyah in Bermuda? Carol, any guesses? Any ways to... Don't say Flamengo, please. The kiss of death from Carol Bombshell is at full force, as ever.
Yeah, it is always hard to say the Booyahs in Bermuda map. Like last weekend, the 30 Booyah in Bermuda was from Santos, and Santos got only 1 player alive. So anything can happen in this map, anything can happen in this competition. So I'm pretty much sure it's going to be a team that we are not expecting. So yeah, let's put our hopes on maybe Cruzeiro before, but because we need to see more of these guys today.
Loud and Flamengo, them the 2 Booyahs so far. INTZ Cruzeiro went out to the lobby for the first map before, and Black Dragons went out to the lobby on the second. So 4 different sides crashing out early. 2 different Booyahs so far. The blue zone right at the top of the map. And Flamengo maybe not wanting to engage anybody, including INTZ or before. Can Flamengo avoid the curse which has dogged them throughout this competition? INTZ on the move early on. So a fairly quiet start in Purgatory, better stuff in Kalahari.
Also, INTZ, they keep surprising us with Booyahs in different days in different ways. We don't actually know how to see and decide what kind of game style INTZ is playing. But yeah, it's still a good game for them, and let's see if we can get any Booyahs from this team today. And there it is, Fluxo team. They got a replacement, and we got Fluxo Fac. And we are saying see you later to GodQ. And GodQ have been one of the best players in Bermuda map. So we got great standings from this map for GodQ from Fluxo team. And let's see if there was a wise choice to replace him right now.
Team 1, will this be their match? Will it be their map to finally get a Booyah? They haven't really come close. There were signs before with Corinthians that they were moving in the right direction before they got their Booyahs. But I'm afraid Team 1 so far, no signs of that.
Team 1, they had the worst day yesterday. The only team that haven't done any Booyah. Let's see if today they can step it up a little bit.
Carol, how embarrassing is that when you're in a league like this? You've got 18 sides and you've got one team who have yet to get a Booyah. How much stick are they taking from the opposition?
I mean, that's definitely very embarrassing, but I don't think that's a lot for Team 1, because this is the very first time they are playing here. I mean, okay, it's also the very first time Metagame it's playing in the Serie A here, and the pressure goes the same both ways for Team 1 and Metagame already got 2 Booyahs. But yeah, it's still, there is a long way to figure out how to, you know, adapt yourself in the new style of Serie A games. But let's just cut some slack for Team 1. They, you know, they are new here, but they already got plenty of time to, you know, to adapt.
And how much communication goes on socially between these teams? Do they kind of avoid each other? They don't talk to each other on WhatsApp, or Whats, as it's known in Brazil, or
The magic happened on Twitter. These guys, they got a lot of provocations between them on Twitter. So if you want to see some battles and fights out of Free Fire, go to Twitter and watch these guys. And especially like Group C is watching the Group B playing. I just saw one of Twitter from Peusada, who is the brother of Porcão, who was the last MVP from the last match, and he was, you know, doing some provocations. Ooh, the first blood for Vivo Keyd.
Having a go at before. Before went out early on in Kalahari, wanting to avoid that if they can, but need to keep the heads down as Vivo Keyd line up a shot.
Yeah, so yeah, John, if you want to laugh a little bit and get more battles between these teams, go to the social media.
For Portuguese speakers, that is, of course, not quite so much banter in English between the sides. So rivals then as Vivo Keyd move forward, and before in a bit of trouble here, they could be crashing back to the lobby as they did, and they go out very early. We've said it before, you get stuck in these metal towers, and when someone makes a rush at you like that, you are in big trouble.
Yeah, especially if the team is using a grenade launcher, which is going to be very quickly to take the team down.
And Vivo Keyd then 4 kills on the board already. Carol, what is the advantage of those metal towers? We know they're good shooting points, but so many sides get taken out so quickly in those kind of positions. So why even bother?
Well, it depends of the safe zone. I don't think that was a very wise choice of before in this stage of the game to go to that metal tower. But if you are in the late stages of the game and the safe had close and it's very small in the out open, it is a wise choice to use the metal towers because you got a good cover, you got your full team, and you can easily survive until the very end.
Before then, first team to crash out, Cruzeiro, as ever, have lost a man early on. No signs of Flamengo so far, which is great for them. Fluxo looking at Cruzeiro, deciding not to move forward. Waiting perhaps to see what Vivo Keyd are up to. Vivo Keyd must have taken some damage when they took out before. And Cruzeiro, as we said, down by 1 player. 6 players have gone. 4 of them from before. So another side down a man. Loud taking a bit of flak from Vivo Keyd. Dead God now, Modestia.
Yeah, Vivo Keyd, they got a very aggressive style, but sometimes that don't work for them, and they should, you know, maybe try to avoid some battles. It is important to get kills, but also it is important to get points by position, and they don't get that so much from yesterday, talking about from yesterday's matches and today also.
Well, SS Esports, the side who went on a record-breaking run in round 1 of the Brazilian Free Fire League, they haven't quite lived up to those heady standards which they set, and have struggled so far with 2 maps gone. Will this be their moment? Black Dragons also went out amongst the first 2 sides back in the lobby early on for them in Kalahari. Still no sign of Flamengo. Jubinha on the move.
Something very interesting that happened in the last match, John, is that Cruzeiro, they managed to get into the late stages of the game with the full squad. Even though they didn't get the Buia, even though they didn't get the 2nd place, they finally did something about what were happening. But they keep coming back to the same results, and they are already damaged with only 3 players alive. 1 of them is already back in the lobby, so something is not working on the game.
INTZ, first side to go out this afternoon in the Purgatory map.
The question is, what about the curse and what about Flamengo?
We might find out because INTZ are eyeing up Flamengo here.
Mm-hmm.
And surely, as the grenades start to come out, surely Flamengo know the curse might be on. But they are holding their ground. INTZ are sniffing around. And these two, neither one prepared to back down so far. INTZ with a bit of a flanky move down. That's a sneaky move as well from them in the bottom corner. And I've got a feeling about Flamengo here. And it's not a good one. INTZ then deciding to push on at Flamengo. We warned them. Don't go for the booyah. They got it. And Flamengo are taking some hammer here. No kills. 1 kill finally on the board for INTZ. And FURIA taking some action as well. And INTZ have gone all aggressive on Flamengo. Flamengo on the run. Chased by INTZ. Who have 1 kill on the board. That's 2 kills now. Is that 2 Flamengo players who've gone down? INTZ sniffing blood here. And where are Flamengo? They are being chased.
Yes,
INTZ not willing to give up, although there's a bit of space now. Flamengo trying to get out of the picture. FURIA, I think, maybe taking shots at INTZ from a long way out. Not sure if they spotted them or not.
Yeah, and I noticed that 3 players from Flamengo, they are out already back in the lobby, and 1 of them were killed by FURIA team. So yeah, so the best strategy right now for Flamengo is to run away from problems.
Only before have gone.
Yeah, but looks like INTZ is chasing the last player of Flamengo. So let's see if he can remain alive.
And INTZ going for the pace here with the cars, so it's going to be curtains for Flamengo before too long because there's nobody else around there, so INTZ will feel more than happy in chasing down the final Flamengo player. And curtains, I feel, for Flamengo. There you go, we did warn them, Carol.
Yeah.
They cannot say that we didn't tell them very forcibly, do not get a booyah because you know exactly what it means for you. And Flamengo have failed for the first time here this afternoon. Great showings in the first map when they finished second. They rather sillily got the booyah in Kalahari. And of course, they're out to the lobby amongst the first 2 sides immediately afterwards.
Yeah,
Poor old Flamengo.
Yeah, poor Flamengo. Yeah, and they went back. They are now in the lobby with 0 points. How sad is that? But we said that.
We warned them.
We warned them.
Sent the message very loud and clear. Don't get the booyah, whatever you do. Finish second, just throw down your weapons and let FURIA take the honours.
Yeah, but how mean is INTZ? They chased the last player of Flamengo and don't let him survive. Anyway, that's what they should do. They are here for kills. They are here for, you know, action. And I'm here for that too. So let's see who is going to be taken down next.
Not a great afternoon for before as well. They've gone out twice now in 2 maps amongst the first 2 teams to go back to the lobby. INTZ won't be amongst that haul after taking out Flamengo.
We already got 2 booyahs from 2 different teams. Is that possible we get a double booyah today? Not for Flamengo in this in this round right now.
SS Esports already have lost a player, no kills on the board for them as well, but down to 10 sides. 37 players have gone, so a number of the sides have taken some damage. Cruzeiro, of course, have to be one of them. There's just 2 Cruzeiro players remaining out there. As FURIA move forward, looking at Corinthians. Black Dragons surrounding Cruzeiro. Cruzeiro with 3 players, in fact. Black Dragons, one of the sides who went out to the lobby early on in Kalahari. Down to 3, 1 kill on the board. 35 now, 34 players, so action going on elsewhere on this Bermuda map. Cruzeiro trying to respond, but not responding that well. Under some real pressure here from Black Dragons. Black Dragons sensing blood here, and Cruzeiro have gone out. Lost a man early on, and as ever, they could not recover. So Cruzeiro also, likewise, if before to the side struggling. We're down to 9 teams now, 28 players. Black Dragons have lost 2, but they've got 4 kills.
Yeah.
Loud intact and Loud looking dangerous here as well.
Yeah. Even though Cruzeiro went back to the lobby, they did a very big damage on Black Dragon's team. So right now they only have 2 players alive. That's going to be very hard to survive. And ooh,
FURIA have gone. The leaders have
no.
gone. Now, who took FURIA out? We missed the action.
I think it was Team 1. They were having a battle between both teams. Team 1, which is kind of a surprise. Team 1 taking down FURIA? Wow.
Team 1 responding. Let's look at the map. So Vivo Keyd intact, FURIA out, Black Dragons used to 1, Cruzeiro have gone, INTZ 4, Loud 4. But look at the teams who've got damaged. Corinthians just 1 player, Fluxo with just 1 player. Esports down to 3. Team 1, they did the damage on FURIA, but they're down to just 1 player. Flamengo have already gone as well. So 3 sides intact. One of them is Loud. Loud, who took the first booyah of the day.
Yeah, and like I said, Black
Dragons again. Not an afternoon for Black Dragons. They've suffered.
How sad is that for Black Dragons? Oh, wow.
Esports about to collide with the Vivo Keyd at the top of the map. Fluxo and their 1 player staying well out of the business. Esports again, they've gone. Just not their afternoon so far. 3 maps, so they failed to impress at all. And Vivo Keyd looking strong. Vivo Keyd looking the team most likely right now as INTZ respond. They're down to 3 though. And Fluxo, they've all gone as well. Fluxo out, 5 sides, 12 players. INTZ trying to lay down some real damage, focusing their firepower on Vivo Keyd. Loud at the bottom, Corinthians still there, INTZ also in there at the moment. A lot of ammunition wasted there, I don't think to great effect.
Yep. And INTZ is in a very good position right now, and they are punishing very bad Vivo Keyd.
They did get a kill in the end. It took a lot of ammunition. Loud, dead center. Corinthians right on the edge.
And
Team 1 also there.
Yeah, Loud is the only team with the full squad. Is that possible to get another booyah?
But they're in the middle of things. So will anyone be brave enough to have a go at Loud? That is a question. INTZ trying to hang on. Firefight going off in the back. We're down to 4 sides. Vivo Keyd have gone out. 9 players, 4 teams. Loud intact. INTZ, they've gone as well. We're down to 3, 6 players. Loud looking strong here. Will it be Loud for the second time this afternoon? Got a Corinthians man inside the building. Team 1 on the far side. So Loud looking very, very strong here. And Team 1 have gone. No surprises there. Loud, I think, coming in for the kill. Loud looking aggressive. Koan Sechi. And a double kill for them, and Corinthians go, and booyah for Loud. A double booyah early on in round 10 has gone to Loud. We talked about them in mid-table right at the start of this presentation in round 10. And Loud double booyahs amongst the points. And they close the gap at the top.
Not only a double booyah for Loud, but of course a double booyah in Bermuda. That's the second booyah of Loud in this map. So yeah, great work for Loud. They came today very aggressive. They are doing a good work today, and they got the second booyah of today's match. Is that possible they get a third booyah? Because Fluxo team managed to do that last weekend. But right now, John, I'm even more excited to see the table, to see how many points Loud got, but I'm pretty much sure they already are in the second place.
Loud then coming up from a kind of lowish mid-table position to take this Free Fire Sunday by storm so far at least. really clocking up points and clocking up the booyahs big time for Loud. 2 already in the first 3 maps. We've got 3 more maps to come. We're going to look at the table, look at the points very shortly. Poor old Flamengo, as we warned them, though, may have taken a point, possibly nothing after crashing out amongst the first 2 sides after taking the booyah. They cannot say that we didn't warn them.
Yes, definitely. We actually warning every single team that get a booyah. We keep saying, be careful with the curse. But there it is. The 30 booyah of today's match in the first time in Bermuda of today. We got the booyah from Loud with 22 points, followed by Vivo Keyd. Yeah, finally Vivo Keyd, that was about time. And INTZ, that I talked about, that they always surprise us with some unusual booyahs, but they are managed today to be in the top 3. Yeah, so great time for INTZ as well. And Corinthians, of course, Corinthians, we are seeing a lot more of Corinthians, a lot more of action. They said to us yesterday they are going to change their game because they were trying to find the chemistry. So yes, great start also for Corinthians today.
Better weekend on the whole for Corinthians, those 2 booyahs on Saturday, and amongst the points, so confidence boosters for them. Fluxo, FURIA, disappointing. Also SS Esports, Carol. What is happening with SS Esports? As we confirmed, Flamengo have 0 points. SS Esports, was it a bit of a fluke on that first day when they took 3 booyahs in a row? Record-breaking stuff, and they've been nowhere near as good as that ever since round 1.
Yeah, they keep chasing them. Maybe that's their curse, you know. You only got 3 booyahs in a row and that's enough. No booyahs anymore. But yeah, we know that's not the game. That's just a joke. Maybe today it's not the day for them. And there it is. Loud, as I predict, is on the 2nd place. But FURIA still got a couple of points ahead of them. I mean, a lot of points. So it's going to be a hard day for Loud to get in the top 1. But it's still not that long. So yeah, a great start for Loud today. 2 booyahs today. Yeah, that's amazing for sure. And we got the top 4. It's very, you know, tied. So Fluxo team is not that far from Loud, and also SS Sports. So yeah, anything can happen today because we are only in our 30 match.
It's a jostle at the top of the table, but still that huge gap between FURIA and 2nd place Loud. Battle really between Loud and Flux. So SS Esports still in with a shout, and Vivo Keyd could break into the top 4, top 5 even, with some decent performances. But again, even though they played more matches, teams from A and B dominating the scenario at the top. And Flamengo, they had that golden chance to perhaps overtake INTZ, and they blew it in Flamengo style.
I like that, in the Flamengo style. Yes, looks like the Corinthians style as well, but we are seeing a lot more from Corinthians. So I said, keep an eye on Flamengo, keep an eye on Corinthians. And these guys, even though Flamengo went back to the lobby with 0 points because that's the curse, that's what happened, we still have to watch these guys because they promised us they were going to change their style of game. They are setting new goals and they are here for the action.
Let's have a quick break and we'll be back with map number 4.
Hey guys, what's up? My name is Tauna and I'm here to show you that Free Fire is on fire. We have no time to waste and I'm really hyped to tell you, squad, that we are together on this. It's really dope and the Brazilian crew rocks. Free Fire is my family and I invite you to participate with us on Twitter using the hashtag LBFF. Come and be part of our family. See you guys later.
knock 'em out. Two times, knock 'em out. Knock 'em out with the left, knock 'em out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night. One time left, right, knock 'em out. Two times, knock 'em out. Knock 'em out with the left, knock 'em out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out.
It's a bit of a standoff here. 5 teams, most of them have taken damage, but Fluxo with 4. So Fluxo then looking good, moving forward. 3 kills on the board and lobbing those grenades, and Red Kalunga finally gone, but they're going to get a decent points haul. Likewise Team Liquid down to 3 sides. Now Fluxo strong here, and Team Liquid said they've gone down to 3, 9 players, but it looks like Fluxo moving forward. Pain Gaming go down as well. Fluxo strong here on God. Would it be God or Pain, or Flux Gaming rather? God trying to respond.
A triple booyah, maybe? Oh my god.
And Fluxo on the verge. 4 players, but they've got to cross this open ground. So 3 move forward. God hanging on. They've also got, they spread out. God. Anybody's game here. Fluxo against God. Who's going to take this final booyah of the afternoon? And God have gone. So
way.
booyah for Fluxo.
Wow.
Triple crown for Fluxo on this Free Fire Sunday. Glory days for Fluxo, round 10 of the Brazilian Free Fire League. We've had 3 maps so far. We've got 3 more, 3 more. Let's get it right to come. Loud taking the honours. Flamengo in 2nd place in Purgatory. Flamengo took the honours in Kalahari, followed by FURIA, and then of course Flamengo crashed out in the Bermuda map. Loud double booyah of the day as Corinthians came in 2nd place. So a strange, not a strange, but a more even spread of winners so far in round 10 of the Brazilian Free Fire League.
That's right, John. And Loud, they have at least 6 rounds with more than 20 points. In the other hand, Team 1, they didn't do any rounds with more than 15 points. Well, that's a huge difference between the teams. But Loud is in the top 3, Team 1 is in the bottom, so that's the biggest difference. So if you wanna get the same points as Loud, keep the same consistency of these guys, because sometimes they replace some players in their game. They have the chemistry and they are here for the game, they are here for the action, and these guys are definitely on fire.
FURIA is still well out in top, but Purgatory's coming up next, and little stat about Flamengo. They've got 46% of their points have come from this upcoming map, which is an amazing stuff really for Flamengo. Question is, how will they perform when we go to map number 4 of the afternoon? We're going to find out shortly. A slight delay in the airport before takeoff to Purgatory.
Yes, of course, but things have changed right now. Flamengo already was cursed in this last round. Maybe right now they have a second chance, you know, to get another booyah. Things already start very interesting because we already got our double booyah here on this Sunday. So let's see who is going to manage to get the 30 booyah of today's game, because anything can happen. We are seeing a lot of Loud team today. These guys, you know, are here for the game, like I just said. But also we are seeing a lot more of Corinthians. We are seeing a lot more of Flamengo, and also INTZ and Vivo Keyd. Vivo Keyd is trying so hard. They are, you know, they are using anything they can. They are going for the battles. They are not scared to face the other teams. And this is the spirit, but also they need more points for position. They are okay, they are in the top 10, but also maybe if they change a little bit their game and remain a little bit more cautious, they will get, you know, more points in the late stages of the game by position, not only by the kills.
And Corinthians looking stronger this weekend, that's for sure. Those two booyahs, when they had nothing in the booyah bag early on, before round 9 they took 2, so hope for Team 1 perhaps, who have nothing.
Yeah, because Corinthians is already out of the list with teams with no booyahs, and they did not only 1 booyah but 2 booyahs yesterday, and Team 1 is the only one left in the list. Maybe that's their curse, so let's see if right now things can change.
We shall see very shortly. We've had those booyahs then for Loud, a double booyah for them, Flamengo sandwiched between those two booyahs for Loud. We are switching back to Purgatory very, very shortly. Still waiting for a clearance, but Loud looking strong. 2 in the bag already. Can they make it a hat-trick or even more in round 10 of the Brazilian Free Fire League? Very different scenario from Saturday when we had teams, a lot of different teams taking the booyahs. Loud dominating the scenario so far, Carol Bombshell.
Yes, definitely, and they are a couple points behind of the first place, and they should, you know, pray a lot that FURIA die in the beginning of the matches, because that will actually help them even more, because when FURIA don't score, when they don't score, they don't get any points, Loud can, you know, get more points over them and get closer and closer to the first place. Even though we still got 3 matches to go, there is still plenty of time to FURIA do something about that, but also Loud it's going to chase the first place like dogs, definitely.
And Carol, is it time for Loud to start looking for FURIA, and as you said, take FURIA out of the picture early on if they can?
Yeah, that's a great strategy actually, but also very dangerous. And I don't think any player or any team is going to do something like that. You know, you can...
Why not, is the question.
Because they are also scared to go back to the lobby early. Even though Loud got a lot of points right now, they are still behind of FURIA team. FURIA team, on the other hand, can use this strategy and take down Loud in the first place, because if they take Loud in the first place, they don't get any more closer. So this is maybe it's a strategy for FURIA that is in the top, then it's good for Loud. I don't think that's good for Loud right now, because they can clearly miss something in the early stages of the game.
A fortune favours the brave. Will it favour FURIA, Fluxo, or perhaps even Flamengo as we head off to map number 4 of the afternoon? Loud then, double booyah for them so far. Flamengo with the booyah, and of course the curse came quickly behind.
And we got great standings in these maps, specifically on Purgatory for Group A. So we got here Fluxo team, Loud, SS Sports. We haven't seen much of SS Sports. Last weekend, even though they didn't get any booyahs, they were in the top 2. You know, they were in the second place, only behind a FURIA team. But today, I mean, Fluxo team and Loud, they are playing a little bit better than SS Sports, but still they got plenty of time. 3 more matches today to do something about that. But in Purgatory, we got the best ones, like I just said, Fluxo, Loud, Esports, B4, Black Dragon. So plan of these teams today to have a better, a good performance in this map. So let's see who can do better.
On the blue zone, 7 o'clock position on the map. Cruzeiro and Corinthians landing on top of each other, possibly by mistake as we get an early firefight. And I don't think that was by intent. Got a feeling something went wrong for one of those sides.
For Corinthians, because the favorite drop for Corinthians in Purgatory is Skill Out, Golf Course, Fire Brigade, Central, but not Brasilia. We can always find Cruzeiro and Fluxo team from Group A in Brasilia, but Corinthians, that's unusual.
And Fluxo looking on. Will it be an early shower for Cruzeiro? They've struggled this afternoon. And Corinthians have been reasonably impressive. Getting that booyahs, 2 booyahs last weekend. And doing okay so far. Cruzeiro, the team who have not performed particularly that well at all this afternoon. And Corinthians moving in for the kill, but Cruzeiro trying to respond. This Fluxo watching and waiting. Got a feeling Fluxo will storm in after these two sides have taken the bits out of each other. Still no kills on the board. There you go. That's changed completely. Cruzeiro go again for the second time this afternoon. Go out first. Corinthians, though, have taken heavy damage.
Oh, dang it. That was a very embarrassing moment for Cruzeiro right now. But also for Corinthians, that couldn't save 2 of their players. Even though they won the battle, they kind of lost the war. Because it's going to be very difficult for them to get in the late stages of the game and get the booyah. But not impossible. Not impossible.
Need to keep a low profile right now. Well, there's so many sides around, so if they can stay out of the way. Fluxo, I'm a little surprised that Fluxo didn't go in for the kill.
Yeah, right? Fluxo, they are on the top of Brasilia, but maybe they decided not to get involved. But we shall see what they're going to do next, because Corinthians is still on Brasilia and only with 2 players alive. So that's very dangerous for them.
And Cruzeiro out for the second time. They went out amongst the first 2 teams back into the lobby in this very map. And we kicked off the action from round 10 of the Brazilian Free Fire League. Cruzeiro then not a Sunday for them to enjoy so far.
Yep, definitely. And look at Team 1. They are looking at Loud and thinking we should take these guys down because they are in the first place. But also they are too far away. So is that really necessary for Team 1 right now? If I were playing in that exactly moment, I would, you know, just stay safe and wait until the very late stage of this game to do something. But right now I wouldn't do anything, especially in Teams 1 case.
Allowed, though, heading towards the river in the opposite direction of Team 1. And a little bit exposed here. It's always a dodgy place to be, just on the riverbank. And if there are any sides looking on, this is when you take the pot shots at Loud. And before, perhaps not close enough, and also have their minds on Fluxo, who are zooming in forward at great pace, as you can see. Are we going to get a car used as a ramming vehicle? Not on that occasion. We've seen it only once. And Fluxo now under fire from before.
What about this rotation from Fluxo team? I don't get it. But it is time for fight. B4.
Fluxo against before. There was another side who were moving into the picture. And they've disappeared for the moment. So it's these 2 going head to head. Across the river. And Fluxo raining off the shots. 6 players have gone. We know that 4 of them are from Cruzeiro and 2 from Corinthians. And these 2 just eyeing each other trying to use the cover, but before very, very spread out. But the Fluxo players not wanting to cross because they're going to be an open field.
Yes.
And they can't get any bodies closer to the two before players who are on the same side of the river.
Oh, and I don't think they know, but two of the players from before team is right down there waiting for their move. So yeah, that's going to be very dangerous for Fluxo team if they want to do some move over the only player inside the house, because the other two ones are waiting and they are going to do something about that for sure.
There was another side in the vicinity, seems to have disappeared. Probably just watching and waiting. We've had our early kills. Took an eternity with this map the first time round, but not so here. And only Cruzeiro watching from the lobby. And now FURIA and Loud. Might just hold off, but FURIA have spotted Loud, I think. FURIA getting into the buildings, getting a better position. Maybe to wait it out for a little while. Loud might decide to get involved in the action. It was a bit of a standoff between those sides on the river. And Loud firing off a few pot shots at FURIA. INTZ and SS Esports. SS Esports needing to produce the goods, but INTZ are down to 3, so this might be promising for SS Esports, who need to get the points here this afternoon. And INTZ stretched out. SS Esports trying to rain down the firepower here. And SS Esports have gone. INTZ, great reaction from them.
3 versus 4, of course, a great reaction. And you said maybe this is promising for SS Sports because they got the full squad, but we should never doubt the capacity of these guys, even though they got disadvantage numbers.
Brazil Y, 2 kills on the board. SS Esports again. It's been a miserable Sunday for them.
But I'm curious to see what's going on between Loud and FURIA, because that's the battle, the fight we want to watch, the top dogs. But I think everything remains calm, and there it is, Flamengo getting their move over INTZ maybe.
About to close in on INTZ. Took a bit of damage when we took out SS Esports. So 2 teams back in the lobby, Cruzeiro and SS Esports. Has not been a weekend for them at all. After a glorious start to this competition when they got 3 booyahs in a row. Looked like they were going to run away with the competition. And it hasn't turned out that way. Now Fluxo and before have basically not moved 1 single inch. It's been like this for the past 5 minutes. Neither side willing to take the risk, which means surely before too long another team or perhaps more teams will come in from different angles and take a few pot shots at one or both of these sides.
And I don't think we're going to see anything happen between Fluxo team and before right now, unless the safe zone gives us a little help. But for sure, INTZ have a big problem right now.
Took out SS Esports though with relative ease. It was 3 against 4. But INTZ took some damage. Flamengo wanting the first kill. Lee on the move. Nothing so far for Flamengo. They were zooming in on INTZ, but INTZ have disappeared from the picture. Although not that far away from Flamengo, but 2 about to clash very shortly. Corinthians, those 2 players right at the bottom of the map.
And Team 1, I just noticed that the call for Team 1 was around the Forge, and Vivo Keyd always keep chasing and having a battle between Team 1 and them. And Team 1 all of the sudden changed their drop which is very good for them because they are still alive. But also, Vivo Keyd is keeping a low profile, as same Black Dragons. So let's see what these guys are up right now in the late stages of the game, because the safe zone is shrinking even more.
Allowed Fluxo before in the same vicinity, right dead center of the map. And FURIA were looking on. This is Fluxo. And Fluxo then deciding to make the move on before. Those two have been at close quarters, but neither team had made the move until Fluxo got 2 kills on the board. So before struggling here, Fluxo took their time. They were very, very patient. Although before, across the side of the river, surely Fluxo won't make that move. But they've taken out the 2 players who were lurking on the same side of the river. And maybe now Fluxo will do. They'll just wait and they will watch and see what happens. Because before are going nowhere. Apart perhaps from a return to the lobby. They have survived. They went out early in the last 2 maps. So before won't go amongst the first 2. So that is something of a bonus, but not a massive one if they go out now to Fluxo.
Yep. Did Fluxo already? Oh, ooh, yeah. Corinthians, they are trying to survive. The safe zone is shrinking, and I'm very curious to see what's going to be the next safe zone. Who is going to help? Is it loud? Ooh, that's an interesting one. Half in the river, half in the grounds. So loud before Fluxo team and FURIA, they got the best position so far, and it's going to be a very hard for INTZ crossover.
And now Flamengo will come behind INTZ, who are about to run into Loud. Loud, though, a little bit exposed, and INTZ have got 4 kills. They're down to 3 players, so still 10 teams out there. INTZ on the move. Loud holding back just a little bit.
And they are very split. 2 in the different house and 2 in the metal tower. So let's see what's going to be the Loud game. But still, INTZ is safe for the next safe zone.
I think Vivo Keyd were taking some damage. And Fluxo thought about crossing the river, haven't. But at some point they're going to have to take on before and the 2 remaining players. And these 2 have been in this position now for quite a while, most of the map in fact. And Vivo Keyd deciding to move in to take some pot shots on both these sides. And so Fluxo having to respond back with just the 1 kill. Twisting and turning, trying to pick out a Vivo Keyd target.
But I'm pretty much sure before that is on the other side of the river is going to also join the party and try to steal some kills. So let's watch this battle.
Before, I think they're going to keep their heads down for just a little while, because Fluxo and Vivo Keyd are going at it 4 against 4, so perfect for before, just to watch, keep their heads down, and then maybe steal a shot here or there. 10 teams, 30 players. And Vivo Keyd a little bit stretched out before, again just watching and waiting. Corinthians have gone, those 2 Corinthians players, so they've done pretty well to survive this long.
Yeah.
Team 1, and Flamengo have gone as well. Flamengo crash out. Didn't see Flamengo. INTZ have gone. 7 teams, 21 players. So a lot of action elsewhere as we focus on at Team 1. Team 1 now moving forward. It was very congested around this area. It was before and Fluxo for so long. Those 2 teams are still out there, but being packed at first by Team 1, and then Vivo Keyd getting into the action as well.
And surprisingly, before is not doing anything.
They are alive. And Fluxo now facing Vivo Keyd and Team 1. So who knows, before might come out of this one. Down to 2 players at Team 1. This is risky from Team 1 because did they know that before we're there? That is very dodgy, and Team 1 got to be very, very careful here. I'm not quite sure they knew before we're there. And Team 1 suddenly found before ahead of them, crossing the river again. So this is interesting stuff from Team 1, but will it serve them well? Because before, still out there just about. And they've been hanging on, and they took a few pot shots there. And before I've gone, all of a sudden they've gone. Who took them out? Black Dragons, was it?
And look at that. Black Dragons, FURIA team, and Loud. Because I don't think Fluxo team, Vivo Keyd, and Team 1 can make it to the other side.
Team 1 have gone.
Yep.
So they won't be going anywhere. Vivo Keyd have gone as well. 4 sides in it. Black Dragons making a late run here. Black Dragons putting down some firepower. Fluxo have gone again. FURIA still out there. Loud biding their time on the far side. FURIA 4 kills. 3 teams, 11 players. Loud. Will it be their moment for a hat-trick of booyahs on the scintillating Sunday? And Loud certainly deciding to watch this one out between Black Dragons and FURIA. Loud, good positioning. They will just try and take a few pot shots when they can. And then God9 on the move.
Yeah, they're doing an excellent game waiting for the elite states, yeah.
FURIA going head-to-head at the top of this map, and Loud maybe taking a few pot shots. FURIA is struggling here. They're going to go down. Black Dragons have gone 2 sides in it now, and FURIA in a real difficult position because Loud have moved forward. FURIA have gone, and booyah! Loud!
Loud and proud, John. Wow.
Certainly are loud and proud. The 3rd booyah of the day. Timed it really to perfection because they watched and waited. They were in the perfect position and they moved in for the kill when FURIA were down just to 1 player. So that battle at the top goes on.
Yeah, but also, like we are watching right now, Man God from FURIA, he did an excellent game using the sniper rifle right now. So yeah, that was excellent, but Loud took the glory, took the booyah, and that was excellent day for Loud. Today it's the Loud day, let's say that, not a Sunday anymore. It's Loud day because they are definitely loud and proud, and the 30 booyah for them today.
Well, great start from Loud then. They timed it to absolute perfection when they waited for FURIA to lose players, and then they moved in for the kill. A quick kill. And 3 out of the 4 booyahs have gone to Loud. What a day for them.
And probably they stole some kills from FURIA team because FURIA team was like and get a lot of kills and took down a lot of players. But Loud was just watching and waiting. So that's the spirit. Sometimes we know it a lot about of luck, but it's always about to the strategy and the position. Loud got the best position and they were about to get the booyah, and they got the booyah.
Odds on that Loud were going to take that one because they sat there, they watched and waited. And we look at the points then. Still not a lot between Loud and FURIA at the top of the table. Black Dragons amongst the points. Likewise, Fluxo, INTZ and Vivo Keyd.
Even though Loud got this booyah, FURIA in the 2nd place still are on ahead of Loud in the table for sure. We are going to see that in a moment. But yeah, great day for Loud. The 30 booyah, lots of points. Followed by FURIA team that are also defending the 1st place, and Black Dragons once more in the top 3. Yeah, that's very good for Black Dragons. They finally are doing something about their game. They are remaining very out of the battles, avoiding, you know, some early fights and remaining alive until the late stages of the game. Not very good for Cruzeiro though, that they went to their favorite drop, but they were taken down by Corinthians. How come? I mean, yeah, Corinthians, today is a good day for Corinthians as well. Not booyahs, but it's still a very good day.
And the mystery of SS Esports continues because once again they failed to do the business in round 10 of the Brazilian Free Fire League.
For sure. And Flamengo is in the bottom too. They only got 2 points. Not very good for them. They are trying to get away from the relegation zone, but maybe the relegation zone don't want to get away from them.
Might be the case for Flamengo. Good early start for them, but they've gone back to business as usual for Flamengo. What is going on though with SS Esports? We're going to look at the chart, look at the table very shortly, because lots of teams at the top picking up points. FURIA still well ahead of all the other teams below them. The chasing pack though slows in, but it's going to be FURIA still in front.
Yeah, that's definitely the question, John. What's going on with SS Sports today? Because in this last battle, we saw that they got their full squad, but not enough to take down the 3 players from INTZ. And look at that. Loud finally got their 400 points, but still 37 points behind of FURIA team. FURIA team, even though no booyahs today, they are managed to be in defending the first place. So yeah, that's good for them. That's the spirit, and they will get even more points in the next rounds for sure.
Top 4 or from A and B. C not in action here this afternoon.
Also, great highlights for Fluxo team that even though no booyahs today, not big results today, they're still holding in the 3rd position.
Break coming up, and the action will continue very shortly.
Hey guys, what's up? My name is Tauna and I'm here to show you that Free Fire is on fire. We have no time to waste and I'm really hyped to tell you, squad, that we are together on this. It's really dope and the Brazilian crew rocks. Free Fire is my family and I invite you to participate with us on Twitter using the hashtag LBFF. Come and be part of our family. See you guys later.
cheeky Loud. One of these sides will be heading out first, especially if another of these teams can snipe from safe distances. Always good to do that. The Meta and Loud are going for it. Got no choice really. Very congested. Who will be heading out? No kills so far. As Loud and Meta go head to head. Still nothing, amazingly. So this close quarter gunfight. And still everybody intact, amazingly.
Ooh.
And as soon as I say that, of course, Meta go out.
Less than 5 minutes of gaming, we already got our first battle between Meta Gaming and Loud Team. That was very good to see a Loud send Meta Game back to the lobby.
Meta came then on show yesterday. On show so far, Loud dominating the proceedings in round 10 of the Brazilian Free Fire League. Loud and proud, as we've said on so many occasions so far here this afternoon.
Yeah, and talking about Loud, this is the best round for them for sure. 3 booyahs today for them, that's very good. And actually, they are even with their best round in Free Fire Brazilian League so far for them. Yeah, so yeah, Loud, today is the day for you guys. You are giving us quite a show, and that's the spirit, and that's what we want to see. Are we going to see today a 4th booyah?
We'll find out shortly. We'll be off to Kalahari and then Bermuda. So there's 2 more maps to come. Will Loud's domination continue? But taking Pex at that lead on FURIA. FURIA, though, well ahead and probably will finish this afternoon as league leaders unless FURIA decide that Fluxo and even Loud are the teams to look out for and could go for them. Haven't seen it so far in these matches. Might see it in the next 2. We shall find out shortly.
Yeah, we were talking about the strategy that could damage a little bit of their game of FURIA team, and maybe the strategy it's the opposite. Maybe FURIA team should, you know, damage a little bit of Loud game because then they couldn't get any more closer of them. But still, a lot danger for both sides, and I don't think they want to risk anything like that. So Loud is doing a good game, a clean game. They are, you know, doing their best. They are just, you know, waiting till the late stages of the game. If any team do a approach, they take them down, and that's exactly a very beautiful game.
Loud dominating the scenario so far. Carol, what's happened to SS Esports, who tried to pin it down? Glorious start in round 1, a great weekend on the whole for them, but they've gone downhill ever since round 1.
That is for sure such a shame for SS Sports that couldn't make a great regularity so far. And you know, this weekend it's Group B that it's playing. They played yesterday and today. So today was the only day that teams from Group A got the chance to do something about that, which is what Loud is doing. In the other hand, SS Sports is having a very bad day, a difficult time to do to get more points in the scoreboard. So yes, they should watch that later and change and go for the plan B or plan C, because we know they got the capacity to do great things in this game.
We've been cleared for takeoff for Kalahari. We'll be zooming in on that map very shortly. Who will take the honours? Loud looking strong. Flamengo took the booyah in Kalahari, who won them. And they failed to heed our advice, and they have paid the price somewhat, Flamengo, after a very, very bright start.
And they are in the exactly same position in the 5th place, only behind of INTZ, and they got lots of points to get to if they want to take INTZ or Corinthians, Cruzeiro. They got lots of points ahead of them, but they still got 2 more rounds, so there's a chance that they can, you know, get on the top to go a little bit in the board. But yeah, let's definitely keep an eye on Loud right now, because I'm pretty much sure the teams in the top 5 are not happy about their results. And the first battle between Flamengo and Black Dragons is going on right now.
How will Flamengo fare? And we've got our first kill. It's gone to Flamengo, so encouraging start from them. Black Dragons not enjoying that moment. Flamengo looking aggressive early on against Black Dragons. The two going head-to-head, standing on their feet, trying to take each other out. And Black Dragons, wow. 1 minute and 24 seconds on the clock, and they have gone out. Is that a new record in the league this season?
Definitely, it is a new record. We always get the quickest first kill on Kalahari map, but I'm pretty much sure this was the quickest one so far, and that was over Black Dragons team. So yeah, congrats to Flamengo that managed to survive their first battle in Kalahari right now, but still very sad for Black Dragons that went back to the lobby with 0 points.
Black Dragons, as they did in Kalahari, gone out amongst the first two sides when we first dropped in on the Kalahari map earlier on today. So not great for Black Dragons, woeful in fact for the Black Dragons. Blown away by Flamengo very, very early on.
And finally, we got something going on in Cruzeiro team. We got replacement, and Oros is out for now, and V-Team is on the game. So let's see what is going to happen. But something very unusual is that we didn't watch a battle between Cruzeiro and Black Dragons. Maybe Black Dragons changed their drop in this map because they don't want to risk go back to the lobby that early against Cruzeiro, but unfortunately that was a mission for Flamengo and they did it. But let's take a look on Loud, the best one of today's matches, and we got another replacement. I'm asking myself if that it is really good because Vinix, that is out for this match right now, it is a good option because they have he have been give Loud great results. He's a very good sniper, so let's see if that will maybe damage a Loud game a little bit.
Well, they say never change a winning team. And Loud have just done that.
When Vivo Keyd is getting the approach, maybe the curse will come.
So far, though, Loud have done very well to avoid it. But this is going to be a test here. Vivo Keyd have gone all aggressive against Loud. Loud then winners of 3 booyahs so far this afternoon. Impressive stuff from them. But in a bit of a firefight here against Vivo Keyd. And Vivo Keyd initially meant business. And now having to drop back quickly. Both sides spread out. Vivo Keyd have gone out. Loud having none of that from Vivo Keyd, although Loud have lost a player, so Vivo Keyd at least the 1 point in the bag.
Vivo Keyd once more again with 0 points. I mean, only 1 point because they took down one of Loud players, but still they went back to the lobby so early with 0 points, and they needed to get points right now in the competition. They are a little bit far away from the top 5, and they were keeping a great consistency. But look at that, John. FURIA is getting the approach on Loud, and that's the battle we want to watch.
Vivo Keyd out for the first time amongst the first two teams in the lobby this afternoon. FURIA, nothing on the board so far, but 2 teams have gone then. Black Dragons, no stranger to an early visit to the lobby, and Loud and FURIA here. This is going to be interesting between these two. Loud with 4 kills already, but down to 3. Maybe did not want to take on FURIA in this kind of position, but kind of just ran into them, which is what happens sometimes in these maps, especially Kalahari, where it is, it's not that new now, is it really, to be honest? So teams do know what it is, but they still find it a bit tough. And Loud suddenly have got 5 kills on the board, so taking chunks out of FURIA, we think. Trying to spot FURIA have at least 3 players left. Loud disposing of Black Dragons early on. Round 7 with nothing on the board for him.
They are taking off. They don't want to fight. Ooh!
Well, these two both down to 3, and Loud though deciding it's time to show FURIA that they have got some competition. They're moving forward. They've got plenty of ammunition out there. This is a great run. Cowan 7 is very, very aggressive.
Wow.
And FURIA have gone out. Aggressive stuff from Loud. Very, very aggressive. Taking out the league leaders.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that. I mean, I really want to watch this battle between these two teams because right now they are fighting over the top, and probably Loud is very proud right now because that's what they wanted. They wanted to get a little bit closer of the points of the first place, and we start to talking about this strategy between FURIA over Loud, but Loud turned the table and sent FURIA all back to the lobby.
Loud getting it exactly right. Now Loud with 3 players, maybe want to keep their heads down just a little bit, try to take a few pot shots just to close that gap at the top of the table. So you're looking for kills to get points, and of course you're looking for points from the position in the table. With 3, maybe just keep a low profile, play it safe, try to get those extra points and close that gap on the top. But Loud doing exactly what they had to do here, and that's the kind of stuff that maybe I would have gone for in my slightly aggressive approach to all sports, especially esports as well. It doesn't always work, let me tell you that.
Yes, definitely, John, but something that cannot happen today. I mean, it can happen. It's a booyah from a team that we are not expecting, like Team 1, Corinthians. I mean, even though Corinthians got double booyahs yesterday, we are not seeing much of them today. A couple of times in the top 5, but still a lot more for them to work here today. But yeah, anything can happen. Let's see if Loud can manage to do the 4th booyah. They are remaining very strong. They already took down 2 teams, and they probably broke the records of booyah kills so far in this round. So yeah, they are the kill leaders. But let's watch the other team's performance.
No surprises to see Loud kind of sitting out at the top of the table. Flamengo also there, but moving in the opposite direction. And there you go. Danger zone has been lit up. Loud staying well out of trouble. Still fairly strong with 3 players, so they're not down to 1 or 2. And maybe they'll make a late run. Before you can see on the map to the left,
it is Team 1.
We've got Corinthians in their sights.
Yeah, and they are also on the top view. So yeah, that's a good position as well. Not if you are surprised by the danger zone.
Good positions to be, but as you can see, there's not a lot of cover as well. So Corinthians can wait until somebody sticks their head out and try to take it off.
Even though there is not a lot of covers, if you see on the ground, they put the ice covers because they are producing the little pet. It's helping them producing more ice. But you know, you can easily break the ice covers. So yeah, they should find a spot where there's a better cover for them. Otherwise, they are going to run out of ice covers and run out of their lives as well.
Team 1 still looking at Corinthians, still not risking sticking the head over the parapets. But there are teams below there as well, as Fluxo look on. It's all gone quiet in Kalahari, game number 5 of the day. Loud have been the side to beat. Loud, though, coming under a bit of fire from Fluxo in this high position. As Loud maneuver, try to rotate to get a better position. And facing before who are very, very spread out here as well. Loud with 8 kills, surprisingly moving forward on before. They think they can take before out of the picture as well. But running into trouble before is trying to dig in here. And this might not be the best policy from Loud, who are down to 3 players, but still taking on before. Maybe going for the kill points. Maybe that's what they want. They feel that confident they can take out before taking some damage. But Loud also running into some real firepower here. And Loud, though, take out 4 with some great shooting.
Kronos, what he just did with the full squad of B4. Oh, wow. He worked very good, that sniper. Great killing spree, for sure.
Well, they've got 12 points in the bag now, Lau. And surely, will they sit down a little bit? But I think it's a rush of blood to the head. They gambled a bit there when they took on a full-strength before side. Before, as we know, not having the greatest of days. But brave and successful stuff from Loud, who are absolutely desperate to close the gap on the top against FURIA. And they will do it. Can they press on? Because it's down to 8 sides now, so Loud will be racking up the points. They'd like to get into 20 plus figures if possible, because FURIA will be well down the rankings in this map number 5. And Cruzeiro, I think they were intact, which is amazing stuff from Cruzeiro at this stage of the game. INTZ's down to 3. Now Team 1 having a go at SS Esports. Keep saying every map, will this be the moment for SS Esports? But they've got Team 1 above them with 1 kill on the board.
And I think Team 1 already took down one of SS Sports players, so they are in advantage.
We can see 3 players lit in pink. There might be a 4th out there, hard to say at the moment as we focus on Team 1. Just the 1 kill on the board for them. Can't see a 3rd, can't see a 4th rather, SS Esports as Team 1 look for an advantage. Now, are they making a move to higher positions, or they decided, let's get out of here?
No, I think they are trying to get a better position to take down SS Sports and also to get away from the unsafe zone.
Might be running into Loud as well.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Now it's getting a bit congested. Cruzeiro at the bottom of the map. No kills, but everyone there just about. But Flamengo are zooming in. INTZ with 1 kill and got the high ground. And Corinthians, SS Esports have gone again. It's just not their weekend. They have been dismal.
Not today.
Double kill. INTZ have taken a lot of hammer here. Might be curtains for them. Team 1 at full strength. Fluxo still in the mix, of course. And Loud down to 2, but they've caused so much damage. Team 1 is the focus. 6 teams, 18 players. INTZ with that great high position, but they've taken a lot of damage. And Drizzy now. INTZ have gone out. No surprises there. 5 sides, 17 players. Team 1 in the mix. Is this going to be the moment for them? When they get that booyah, they've got 4 players. And looking at Corinthians below them. And Corinthians also at full strength. On the bottom of the map, Loud, I think, will try to sit this out, but they are very stretched out here. And Fluxo could be moving in for the kill when it comes to Loud. Are Loud taking more damage? Hard to see from this angle.
And Team 1 remains very strong.
And Fluxo have gone out. Fluxo crash out as well. Down to size 14 players.
Oh my god.
Is Loud going to do this again? They've got Flamengo to one side. Loud are moving forward. Surprisingly, are they aware where Flamengo are floating behind them? Not a great position to be. And Loud looking under a bit of stress here. Loud could be crashing out. They've got fire coming in from different directions. Loud have gone. No surprise there. They couldn't keep out of trouble. Corinthians did the damage. We're down to 3 sides.
But with 16 kills, that was amazing. The 4th place out to the lobby, but with 16 kills, that was great for Loud for sure.
Flamengo and Corinthians again going head to head. 3 sides are out there. 2 of them are at full strength at the moment, but Flamengo looking very, very aggressive. They're trying to lay down some real firepower, and Flamengo move forward. They're on to 8 kills. Down to 2 sides. Team 1 have gone out.
Oh.
Flamengo, booyah! Corinthians!
Are you serious?
It came very, very quickly, right at the very end. Flamengo may have finished second, but Corinthians, their third booyah rather, of the weekend. From nothing until round 9 and 10, they went head-to-head with Flamengo. So Flamengo, again, doing pretty well in this fifth map. But it's Corinthians who will take the booyah right at the very end when they stormed forward.
Yeah, and remember that Flamengo started the day being in the second place. Maybe there is a chance for them to get the final booyah. But anyways, great job for Corinthians. I wasn't expecting this booyah today, but still, the unexpected happened because you guys know this is Free Fire Brazilian League. And that was the 30 booyah for Corinthians team and the first one in Kalahari. So yeah, great job, Corinthians.
I see the points in the second, but Loud doing exceptionally well. We took out FURIA very early on, so maybe one, maybe nothing for FURIA, but Loud will close the gap at the top of the table, no doubt about it. Corinthians then getting the booyah, the third in the tournament so far, after getting nothing until round 9 and now 3 at the weekend, so great for them so far. And Flamengo will be back amongst the points, which will make them happy as well.
Yes, definitely, and I'm very excited to see how many points Loud got because they went back to the lobby in place, but with 16 kills, and most of them were in the hands of Kronos. Kronos was having a great performance using the sniper, and probably he were the MVP of today. Oh, and there it is, I just said he's the MVP of this last match with 10 kills, and Loud is in the very first place with 23 kills. They didn't get the booyah, they went back to the lobby in the 4th place, but they got the best points in this match, and followed by the 2nd place Flamengo with 19 points and Corinthians in the top 3 with 16 points.
It's unusual, isn't it, that a team with the booyah sometimes second, yeah, fair enough, but third is a little bit unusual, but Loud with a strong performance. Flamengo back in action, vital points for them, and Corinthians again having a decent day, having a good weekend, Corinthians.
Yep, yeah, very decent, I would say, for sure, but it's still not enough though to go to get close to the top 12. But we will see that very shortly in the table. But like you said, not the 2nd place, not the 3rd place, but in the 4th place and still get more points than the 1st place. Yeah, that can only happen for Loud team for sure. So yeah, these guys did amazing today. Today is their day, and it feels like a booyah for them.
Better than a booyah.
Loud
having a fabulous Sunday.
Yeah, but can you imagine if they got the booyah and with more 16 points for kills, that would be a massive amount of points for them.
And the gap will certainly be closed at the top because FURIA with just the 1 point in the bag from the disaster in Kalahari, and poor old SS Esports again struggling amongst the lower sides such as B4 and Cruzeiro. Black Dragons, no points for them. 5 maps have come and gone. We're going to see the table and how it's as shaping up. Certainly there will be some movement towards the top. That gap will be closed, but FURIA, I think, pretty certain will be top dogs, but we'll be looking over their shoulders.
And actually, I just got the information that Loud is the only team in Free Fire Brazilian League Season 4 that got more points by killing with no booyahs. So how amazing is that? Like we just saw that they didn't get the booyah, but they finished the round in the 1st place. So they are the only team with less booyahs but more points because of the killing. So at the end of the day, the new kill scheme didn't damage a lot of these players' games. So yeah, they are managed to do very good with this new scheme point.
Loud will take 22 points off the leadership. How close will they be to FURIA? We're going to see in just a second when we look at the table. We'll also see where Flamengo are at the wrong end and how far they're off the top 12. Here you go, let's take a look then. And that is a substantial cut to the top of the table now. Loud, it's going to be hard in the 6th and final map but they are within touching distance of FURIA and Fluxo, also closing in like SS Esports have stayed in 4th.
Yeah, and look at who just joined the top 10. Corinthians in the 9th position with finally 300 points. That's very good for them. Oh, wow. These guys came all the way from the relegation zone and right now in the top 10. Ooh, amazing for them, for sure. Great job.
It's been a great weekend for Corinthians, that's for sure. Flamengo then Booyah winners and Booyah curse receivers. Closing the gap on the top 12. It's still quite a way to go. It will depend on their performance in the final map. It's going to depend a lot really at the top, isn't it? And also at the wrong end of the table as well. Team 1 want to put some distance between themselves and the two sides in the relegation zone.
But something is for sure. The last battle is going to be the best one of the day to watch FURIA and Loud fighting over the top.
Well, they'll go head to head. We'll find out after the break.
Hey guys, what's up? My name is Tauna and I'm here to show you that Free Fire is on fire. We have no time to waste and I'm really hyped to tell you, squad, that we are together on this. It's really dope and the Brazilian crew rocks. Free Fire is my family and I invite you to participate with us on Twitter using the hashtag LBFF. Come and be part of our family. See you guys later.
One time left, right, knock 'em out. Two times, knock 'em out. Knock 'em out with the left, knock 'em out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night. One time, knock 'em out. Two times, knock 'em out. Knock 'em out with the left, knock 'em out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night. One time left, right, knock 'em out. Two times, knock 'em out. Knock 'em out with the left, knock 'em out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night.
Welcome back then as we get set for the final bit of action of the afternoon. Heading off to Bermuda very, very shortly as we wait for clearance. But the action has picked up here big time in round 10. of the Brazilian Free Fire League. Loud looking very, very good. Have they got it in them, though, to close the gap even more on FURIA? We're going to find out very, very shortly. Flamengo showing some strength as well. Corinthians also looking good this round in particular, this weekend in particular for them. 3 boogers in the bag. Who is going to get the 5th or the 6th and final of the weekend? We're going to find out shortly when we get clearance for takeoff. But Carol, much, much better after a slow start in Purgatory. The action picked up very, very quickly.
Yes, for sure. And one thing is right, there today Loud have broken a lot of records. But one of them especially is that they are the only team that remain to get in the top 4 all the rounds today. In every single round of today's match, Loud was there. So yeah, today was a Loud day for sure. Let's say that today was a Loud day. They are right now loud and proud. I'm pretty much sure of that. And I'm very excited to watch the last game because it's going to be very interesting what FURIA is going to do about that, because Loud right now it's getting even more closer, only probably with a couple of points, like 15 maybe 20 points behind of FURIA team, and they are coming to take the top.
Loud took 21 points off FURIA's lead in the last map. And if they can do something like that again, they will be very, very close to FURIA. So look out for that battle between those two. Will they decide to go head-to-head? Will they decide to avoid each other? Maybe that's what FURIA is thinking right now. But Loud are sensing blood, and Loud might go for the kill if they get the opportunity. We have been cleared for takeoff. It's game number 6 in round 10 of the Brazilian Free Fire League. All to play for. We're going to find out who's going to come out on top very, very shortly as we head off to Bermuda any second now.
Very excited. Oh, yeah, I'm very excited.
Off we go then, Bermuda. Final map of this round 10 encounter. Things have got hot and steamy over the past few maps after that slow start in Purgatory. Loud winners on the first map, Flamengo, Kalahari, Loud again Bermuda, Loud Purgatory, Corinthians in Kalahari. Who is going to get this 6th and final map of the day? That is the question. Let's look at the table to your right. So, a chance perhaps for Loud to do the business on FURIA if FURIA head out quickly. And Loud again finish in the top 4. That is a possibility.
If Loud would change their strategy to take some points away from FURIA, now would be a great time for them to do that. But at the same time, they would risk to go back to the lobby and don't get any more points in the last round. And today they were the only chance they got to get more points and to get more closer of the top 1. So I don't think they are going to do that. They are not going to change their game, but FURIA tried and Loud burst them. So yep, great start for Loud today. Today is definitely the day, and let's keep an eye on them. All the eyes are on Loud right now.
Superb performance from Loud, no doubt about it. They are the team who are in super form on this Super Sunday in the Brazilian Free Fire League.
And we already got a replacement on Loud team. So the whole day today, Brabox from Loud team haven't played, but right now they, for some reason, said bet on this player. So let's see if he is going to have a great performance as much the other players had.
But if we go back to map number 5, also Loud did make changes, and we said don't change a winning team, and they did.
Yeah, but the thing
exceptionally well.
Yeah, the thing is, this is the very first time Brabox is playing today. So
okay.
Yeah, the other replacement were between the players that haven't been played the whole day today. But also, Fluxo team have been changing a lot, and FAC is once more playing. And Sayas, one of the best players of Fluxo team so far, is out. He was actually the MVP last weekend. So let's see if that's a good bet for a Fluxo team.
On map number 6, Loud have got the hat-trick in the bag. Teams who have suffered in this round 10 mostly before they've gone out 2 occasions quickly. Black Dragons also gone out quickly 2 occasions. Cruzeiro as well on 2. SS Esports, it has not been their weekend at all. Maybe a lack of confidence after such a dramatic start right at the beginning of the competition, but that now is history. SS Esports need to show what they are capable of doing.
They start surprising us a lot this season of Free Fire Brazilian League, but I mean, things like that happen all the time. It's not always your day, but you need to know that if you don't play good in a day, that can change a lot for you in the game. And they finished last weekend in the 2nd place, only behind a FURIA team, but right now they are in the 4th place. And Loud is doing something about that because they are open the gap even more ahead of the top 3.
Well, FURIA then just the 1 point for them in Kalahari. Looking maybe to take pieces out of Flamengo, who are below them. And Flamengo with a decent showing on that Kalahari map. Maybe wanting to disengage from FURIA, who have something to prove in this final map of the day.
We are looking strong so far. They suffer a lot of damage from last match because they try to do a different move over Loud, but you know, Bermuda map, it's a different one. We can't predict who is going to get the booyah. We already got double booyahs for teams like Loud, Fluxo team as well, so it's kind of hard to say who is going to, you know, get the final booyah in this specific map.
Well, FURIA are going to take on Flamengo. And this is kind of risky from FURIA because of the way they crashed out to the lobby early on. So if Flamengo do manage to take out 1 or even more of the FURIA players, it's not going to hold them in good stead for this final map of the day from round 10.
Yeah, but even though they don't crash out in this battle between Flamengo, it is going to be very bad for them because if they suffer any losses in their team, that's going to be hard.
FURIA certainly going for Flamengo, so Flamengo might just wait. And FURIA trying a flanking operation, which sometimes works very, very well, sometimes it's not so great. And Flamengo coming under a bit of fire, but everybody's intact at the moment. But as you said, as I was saying as well, if FURIA do lose players, if they take some damage, it might not be the best of things. And now there are INTZ sneaking up behind FURIA. If they can keep their heads low and time their run, FURIA are going to be in a bit of trouble here, because I don't think they spotted INTZ. And if INTZ move in quickly for the kill, FURIA might be in trouble here because they're focusing on Flamengo. It's getting very, very sneaky out there. And INTZ are coming in quickly. INTZ and FURIA in a sandwich here. Now FURIA can respond, or FURIA can be heading back to the lobby very quickly. We've got a kill on the board. It's gone to INTZ, and I think it's going to be FURIA who are in trouble. This is going to be disaster for them because they're in a really tricky position. Flamengo one side when they pushed on Flamengo, and INTZ come up from behind, and FURIA need to watch out here. They are in some real trouble here. INTZ, FURIA have gone out. FURIA have crashed out again very, very early on. INTZ did the damage. Now they're going to take on Flamengo as well. So FURIA sensing blood early on. They went for Flamengo, which I thought was a bit dodgy, to say the least. And then INTZ, sneaky INTZ, came up from behind and just took out the league leaders, just like that.
I can't believe it in that game of FURIA team. That worked very good against Flamengo, but, you know, that's the dangers when you're playing Free Fire.
And now INTZ are going for Flamengo. INTZ. You could see them sneaking out. And Flamengo gone out.
That was quick.
INTZ, I think, full of confidence after taking down the league leaders because they sneaked their way up down the riverside. You saw that. And two teams have gone out and FURIA have gone. And really Loud must be rubbing their hands in glee here because this is the chance for Loud. This is a chance for Loud to go top of a table, but they've got to put in a decent showing.
For sure.
And they can do it. We saw what they did in the last round. They got 21 more points than FURIA and Loud. If they can keep their nerve, if they've got a slice or more of fortune, they can go top of the table. But they've got to put on a decent showing if they are to do that.
I tell you what, John, this is the right time for Loud to get prepared to get the Booyah. Because right now, with the Booyah, I'm pretty much sure they're going to open a gap ahead of FURIA team. With this loss of FURIA team in the very first place with 0 points, well, that's enough for Loud to get the Booyah. But we know this is kind of hard. The game keeps surprising us. The safe zone keeps surprising us. So it's not going to be a very easy way for Loud, but still, yep, that's the chance. And INTZ looks very strong, took down already 2 squads with 8 kills.
So 8 points in the bag for INTZ, whatever happens from now on. And everybody intact as well. FURIA again have gone. 1 point from Kalahari, 0 points. I think, in fact, I'm pretty sure it is 0 points here as well. So what an opportunity for Loud. But they have to get things right. They've got to keep the cool as well because they'll know now that FURIA have gone out. Allowed 3 booyahs in the bag so far. Massive points haul in round 10 on this Sunday. Down to them. Can they keep their nerve? And will they have a slice of fortune on their side as well?
And I was about to ask where is Black Dragons, but Black Dragons right now, maybe they changed their strategy. They started very out of the other players' way. They were out of the safe zone. They were out of the also inside of the unsafe zone. They were trying to be very cautious, but right now maybe they saw that didn't work, and right now they are inside of the safe zone in the very middle and waiting for more battles.
It's Loud also dead center. They've got INTZ to one side, Black Dragons to the other. Loud not moving a single inch. I think Loud have spotted that FURIA have gone out, so they are waiting. They've got Corinthians though, maybe coming from one side.
And their first Booyah was in the exactly same position of Loud, so let's see if Loud will also manage to get the 4th Booyah of today in Bermuda.
Will the Booyah be enough? They need the kills as well, Loud. Massive points total this weekend.
Yeah, you know, they don't need the Booyahs to get enough points. They manage. This is the second time, if I'm not mistaken, this is the second time the Loud got in the very first place with no Booyahs. So, yeah, sometimes you don't need the first place. You just need enough points.
Psychologically, I just wonder how they're feeling. They know FURIA has gone out. They know that this is a fantastic opportunity. They know they cannot bottle it. And Loud again, static as the rest of the sides just start to move around a little bit. No movement as well from Black Dragons, but INTZ, their positioning and their rotation has been very, very good. Team 1 kind of looking at Loud, and INTZ also looking from the opposite direction as well. And SS Esports, very spread out. Team 1 still waiting to get their first Booyah of a tournament. Two sides have gone out then, the early action here in the Bermuda map. And SS Esports and Cruzeiro locking horns.
Yeah, one of the players from SS Sports already are back in the lobby, and Cruzeiro is punishing very hard SS Sports. Not a day for SS Sports, like we haven't been saying.
We have seen sides down to 3 take out teams with 4. Not uncommon, but the way SS Esports have performed this weekend, not looking that likely as Cruzeiro press forward.
Loud against Team 1.
Loud and finally into action. Team 1, the weakest in the league, so Loud will feel confident here. They want to get the kills, and they want to stay alive, and they want those points, and they want the leadership. Kawan has been an effective player. Out comes the rocket launchers, and used to good effect there. Loud then off the board against Team 1. Don't want to take damage, though, if they can avoid it. They've got 2 kills now. Double kill.
Triple kill.
And
Triple kill. 3 kills very, very quickly.
Squad wipe over Team 1.
Team 1 about to be heading back to the lobby before too long. And Cruzeiro and SS Esports have gone out again. Cruzeiro take out SS Esports. Fluxo have gone as well. Haven't even seen them in this fight.
Vivo Keyd took them down. Wow.
And Loud still pursuing Team 1. I just wonder who's lurking around the corner. That's Team 1 and their single player. Try to beat a hasty retreat. Vivo Keyd before going head to head here. Loud on 3. 8 teams in it, so Loud will be getting some points. Not enough so far though to take the leadership. And before in action, Team 1 have gone. Another side gone, and that means more points in the bag for Loud. Whatever happened here. VK on 4 kills. Vivo Keyd pressing forward against before. And every side which goes, Carol, is more points in the bag for Loud, of course.
Definitely, John, definitely. Loud right now is doing an amazing job. So, if they manage to get the Booyah right now, they are going to open a big gap ahead of all top 3 teams, John.
Will it be enough, though, to close that gap completely on FURIA? They have to keep going, Loud. As we focus on Cruzeiro, 4 kills and everyone intact as 6 teams remain. So there's going to be points aplenty. Loud lurking to the left-hand side. INTZ have taken out the big names so far. They are intact. Black Dragons, Corinthians, Cruzeiro, very spread out. Vivo Keyd will sit this one out for as long as they can. Loud now taking some damage from INTZ, and INTZ moving forward with some purpose here. Are they going to take out Loud as well? They took out FURIA. Out come the heavy artillery from INTZ, and Loud might be in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, but they are looking very strong. INTZ is looking very strong, but I don't think Loud will let them do anything, because right now they are full of confidence and they are ready to take the last Booyah of today's match.
And not the home side, of course. INTZ have been the killers in this round as well. Those 2 going head to head. And maybe the winner of this little bout might take the Booyah. But INTZ are pressing forward still. Everybody intact at the moment. And Loud taking a bit of a hammer here. Cruzeiro also in the mix.
Loud is gone.
Loud have gone. Have they taken enough points, though? We shall see very shortly. INTZ wreaking havoc all across the map. This is Cruzeiro we're looking at. Down to 5 sides, 14 players. Cruzeiro looking strong, 7 kills. Corinthians have gone as well. Corinthians winners of the last Booyah. Cruzeiro moving forward with purpose now. VK still had the player, they've gone out. They're going to get some points though. Cruzeiro, INTZ, and Black Dragons have gone 2 sides. INTZ with 13 against Cruzeiro. We're going to have a different Booyah here. INTZ, they have been the team in this Bermuda map, but have they got enough in it as Cruzeiro exposed? Italos it was with the shots there. 3 kills for this man here as he races forward. 4 kills. INTZ have taken out so much opposition, but can they finish off Cruzeiro right at the very end of this map? It's a killing spree. INTZ have got the bit within their teeth here. They race forward. Cruzeiro on the back foot, but who's going to take it? 2 teams jostling together, close quarters. Cruzeiro down to 3, still in this map though, still have a chance. And booyah! Cruzeiro! Right at the end, INTZ so strong. Not strong enough though to take out Cruzeiro and the booyah, but INTZ I think will have a very big points haul in this Bermuda map. Great performance from them. Cruzeiro get the booyah, but INTZ the team of this map.
I was definitely not expecting for Cruzeiro. We haven't seen Cruzeiro this whole round. We haven't talking about Cruzeiro much. The only time to talk about Cruzeiro is to say, oh well, Cruzeiro once more again with the damage in their team. But still, lots of a surprise. That's Free Fire Brazilian League. And Cruzeiro took the last booyah of today. Great start for them. I mean, not a great start, but yes, a good thing for them that because we haven't seen them get booyah since the second week of Free Fire Brazilian League. So yeah, good job Cruzeiro and congratulations.
Final map, have Loud done enough though to take the leadership? We're going to see the points. We know that FURIA went out very early, but have Loud done enough to take the top of the table? We need to see the points. We need to try to work out where they are on the map. It was great for INTZ, but our eyes are focused on Loud. Have they done? Carol, do you think they've done enough?
Sure, for sure. They have done more than enough, but I don't think if it's that enough to get the first booyah because they were still a lot of points behind the FURIA team. But you know, John, we are not good with maths. We can keep the track with these teams, and sometimes when I say, oh well, I think they got the first place, sometimes they don't get the first place. But still, I'm very curious to see the table right now, especially because in this last match, even though Cruzeiro got the last booyah, I'm pretty much sure INTZ got more points because in the late stage we saw that they were already with 13 kills.
INTZ, well, there you go, joint with Cruzeiro.
It's a tied.
Where are Loud? They are 9 points. I don't think that's enough.
Yeah, that is not enough for sure.
They've closed the gap by 9 points, but nowhere near enough. So disappointing for Loud when they had to come good, but INTZ rocked their way through. And I'm a little surprised that Cruzeiro have 23 points there as well, but great performance from them.
Yeah, probably this 23 points is more because of the booyah points than the kills, because if INTZ got the booyah points, they would be a lot ahead of Cruzeiro. But still, yeah, great job. Not very good for FURIA team. Loud team should take advantage of that, but still it is a lot hard because all of the teams are good as much the ones that take booyahs or the ones that are in the first place.
And over the last two maps then Loud have managed to take off 30 points from FURIA at the top of the table. It's going to be close, but FURIA I think are still in front.
Definitely, because they were about 15 or almost 20 points ahead of Loud team. So yeah, with 90 points is not enough to take the top, but maybe next weekend, because next weekend we are probably see a lot more of Loud and FURIA team.
It's going to be close. We'll look up the table shortly. We've had these 6 maps and confirmation who has taken the glory Loud. It's been their afternoon, no doubt about it. Flamengo once again with a mixed bag, but they've got points which have taken them away from the relegation zone. Likewise, great weekend for Corinthians, and the final booyah of the afternoon has gone to Cruzeiro.
Yeah, and Loud is definitely leading the booyah chart today, and I'm pretty much sure they are leading also the highlights of today with more kills, more individual kills, more points, and I'm very excited to see that. And there it is, more points for Loud with 103 points in all the rounds today. This is the amount of all the rounds today. And of course, more kill points, 48 points for Loud. And individual kills goes to Kronos from Loud and also Kawan from Loud. Yeah, that's very interesting. But what's also interesting to see, it is Flamengo in the highlights of the days, right, John? Points for Flamengos and also kill points.
Huge gap between Loud, Flamengo and Corinthians, but two teams, or Corinthians starting in the wrong half of the table. They've broken into the top 12, but Interesting to see those points, but Loud dominating the scene by a long, long way. And we'll look at the table shortly. Let's see the natural-born killers first, though.
Yep. And look who's in there. Kawan. Kawan was the MVP from last season, and right now he is in the second place, only behind 2 points behind of Man God from FURIA team. Well, that's I'm speechless right now, because Kawan it's that close also to get the MVP for this season if he keeps the same consistency. So he's definitely the MVP in Free Fire Brazilian League.
We are awaiting the big moment. We are awaiting to see the table. That's coming up shortly. Here we go. Let's take a look. And FURIA then still ahead, but their lead has been slashed to just 6 points. So Loud, in the end, blowing a chance to go top of the league. But they have really done the business here this afternoon, because FURIA were streets ahead. And that lead at the top now has been diminished considerably.
They only need 7 more points, John, to be on the top. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. That's fine. They can try again next weekend, because next weekend Loud and FURIA team are back on the game. But, yep, great day for Loud.
Who are in action on Saturday.
Yeah, that's the agenda. So Group C is playing Saturday and Sunday. On Saturday, they are going to play against Group A, and on Sunday, they are going to play against Group B. So on Saturday, especially because they are going to start playing against Group A, Loud got the best chance to take the top, and I'm pretty much sure the table will change next weekend.
6 points for Loud to become leaders. I've got a feeling they might manage it on Saturday. The Brazilian Free Fire League then has come to life big time in round 10. We'll be back with more action next weekend.
Thanks for joining us today, and congratulations to Loud. Today was definitely a Loud day. We're waiting for you guys next weekend.